Internet, hello and welcome to OKLCS Summer Playoffs
Welcome.
Platinum Edition. I'm Alex HNA22 and this is Jack Loves Lamp Counts. We're here to bring you, at the very least, the first game of Platinum Capped playoffs. So if you are unaware, Platinum Cap playoffs only consisted of 3 teams. So instead of just having one team get a bye into the finals, which is kind of lame,
Lame.
what we've done in the past is when we do 3-team playoffs, we have all of the teams play each other round robin style, best of one, but they do triple round robin. So they're essentially playing an extended best of 3
Yeah.
against
If
each
a
of the
team
other
won
teams.
2 times, though, they would still play the third time.
Yeah. So what it ends up being is it ends up being 9 games. Each team plays in 6 of them.
It's a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun for the teams
Yeah.
involved. One of the 4th seed teams decided they didn't want to just sub several people that couldn't make it. The 5th seed couldn't make it either, so we extended that option. Same thing that we did in the past. And I think people enjoy having more games like that.
Yeah.
The advantage of seeding comes in where if there happens to be a 3-way tie, then whoever came in as first seed,
We default.
yes, whoever came in as first seed wins. So that's the bigger advantage there.
The other advantage is that higher seeds also get side selection in more games. So,
Yes, more
without
games.
further ado, the first game is between the number 2 seed coming in, GSM, and the number 3 seed coming in, OU Platinum. We'll go ahead and jump into Champion Select for that without further ado. Oh,
This is going to be a quick Champion Select because these teams did go through Champion Select, crash, and then start again. So they are probably going to be... One, that means a little bit we can't trust bans. They might just be banning random things.
No, these are definitely...
Yes, those look like they're the same bans so far. But yes, and so the picks will be the same as well. So hopefully they're banning pretty quickly. Sometimes you see people wait down the entire timer.
So,
not quite the case. Sejuani's gonna be that last ban.
Number 2 seed GSM on the blue side, number 3 seed coming in OU Platinum on the red side. Vel'Koz, Xerath, Darius, kind of makes sense. Those are 2 artillery mages, which seem to fit the standard, I guess, for OU Platinum's mid laner. Rakan will be first rotation on the side of OU, which is also very good.
Yeah, are they gonna go for Xayah? I mean, once you have Rakan, Xayah's not really strong enough to pick on her own anymore. You could still do it if you wanted that synergy, but yeah, they're not worried about anybody picking Xayah if that is their game plan. Yeah. Unlocking the Trundle, Morgana comes out from GSM really fast. Fast Champion Select. And there's the Heimerdinger.
Morgana Heimerdinger, that's a bot lane. No one wants to deal with. Vladimir's locked in on the side of OU.
Could be mid, top, or bot. At this point, still.
More likely mid or bot. Probably not as much the top lane Vladimir, but you never know. Graves for Waldo, I think, is a very good pick for GSM.
Keep banning away mid laners. 3 mid laners banned away from OU.
Which would suggest that Vladimir's not going mid. Or they have
Or at least they don't think it is.
Yeah. I think that Graves is a very good pick for GSM. I think that Waldo is very oftentimes determining how well GSM does. If Waldo's fed, then GSM is doing well. If Waldo's feeding, then GSM is losing.
A key player for their team and their strategy. That doesn't always even mean that necessarily that the person's the carry. It just might be that they are crucial to whatever their team has sort of worked out as their way to succeed. Yeah. Talon.
Seymour will pick up Talon as a counter to Orianna that was already locked in for Skolden on the side of OU, and they'll get Shen for Levi's, something that he's been very comfortable on. Garen locked in for Shroombear in that top lane.
All right. Garen, nice.
These are some very interesting picks.
He's been buffed a whole bunch of times. Never really gets played by, I don't know, higher elo people that much. He still is a kind of simple-ish champion, which makes him a little bit predictable.
Yeah, he can do a lot. He is deceptively tanky when he runs in with his W active on. You get a bunch of damage, flat damage reduction, and you just spin to win. Black Cleaver stacks on everybody.
Yeah, Black Cleaver plus the shred that they added to his E inherently gives him so much shred on that thing.
There's no AD really casters on the side of OU that can make use of that Black Cleaver shred.
Which is Trundle. A bummer.
Yeah, Trundle is kind of more of an auto attack oriented champion, so he doesn't. I mean, yes, he's benefiting from lower armor, but it's not really as important that you AoE him down.
Yeah, no, and I guess in that aspect, he could be considered like a little similar to to like a Mumu or something, who like your team has a little bit too much magic damage, maybe. You could just go with AD, or you could just be like, you know what, let's really just lean into the magic damage. Let's go with a Mumu. Get that bonus true damage on all of our magic damage. Garen's kind of like that for AD. Like, let's shred a little bit of extra armor.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? So we do have two of the bot lane mages, you might say. The Heimerdinger Vladimir. We don't get to see any marksmen in this game unless you count the Graves. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of hard to say. I think that picking up the Morgana to match up against Piplup's Rakan, Morgana is sort of the you don't get to do anything as Rakan champion because the Black Shield comes in and gets the knock-up, and you have better range, so Piplup is going to have a little bit of a hard time in this lane getting off an engage, I think. We'll see.
Right, here they come out of the base. Doesn't look like any sort of invade yet.
Yeah, so I think that if there were going to be an invade, it should be GSM playing the aggressor. Shen and Morgana CC is very potent at level 1. We'll
Just kind of watching each other.
But yeah, they'll just spread. It's like watch my jungle entrance.
All right, Pulsefire Shin once again. Really like seeing him through the tournament. He's a really I like him as a champion. I've always been a little bit hesitant to really accept the new sword thing, but I still like his play style. I like the way it feels thematically. I just question it sometimes. I have a hard time accepting it.
Lotus has the Predator enchant on the Vladimir.
Right on. You think he'll go for that whole Shirelia's thing, like just super fast Vladin team?
I mean, the Shirelia's got nerfed for Vladimir quite a bit, because it was so good on him. It got nerfed in the way that a lot of its stats are mana now, or mana regen in some way. It's just not as effective on him. I do think that he'll be, running in very fast onto the members of GSM whenever OU decides they want to go for an engage.
Clearing away the red buff, clearing away the blue buff. Jungler's Grapes looks like he might be a little ahead of Trundle there.
Starting on the same sides of the map, both on the bottom side. See if they run
already
into one
shoved into mid lane thanks to that rake. Pretty good AoE damage at level 1.
And Orianna normally does have a very good matchup against a lot of these lower range mid laners. We've seen before Orianna's just absolutely chunk out the enemy mid laner whenever they're going for CS. And it's not fun, and then after level 6 you just continue to chunk them down and then you blow them up with Shockwave whenever they overcommit for it.
Wow,
but Seymour
this
doing a good
Heimerdinger
job.
pick is he's playing very, 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 very aggressively at level 1 already. He has Summon Airy, just trying to poke with autos over and over again.
Yeah,
Heimerdinger's range, I believe, is longer than Vlad's by like 25.
Yeah, and which would make sense. As Heimerdinger, you're oftentimes trying to just shove in. That's kind of the point of Heimerdinger in the bottom lane. You shove them in, force them to miss CS, and then with Morgana, you chain in Dark Bindings and your Electro Grenades and just kill the enemy.
Yep.
Because you're Heimerdinger.
A lot of kill potential when Heimerdinger has that Morgana there. And not to mention, between Morgana's CC and Heimerdinger's zone control, they can actually escape or maybe even turn a lot of ganks. If the gank is done very well, it doesn't have to happen that way. But it's a possibility.
Yeah, considering OU's jungler is a Trundle with no hard CC. Speaking of Trundle, he's coming in the mid lane, but it looks like Seymour was able to get out scot-free already on the way out the bottom side of the river.
It's dangerous to gank champions like that. Like, if you're not careful about ganking Renekton, Darius, Lowy, Heimerdinger, you could find yourself in a sticky situation.
Very few champions can actually do it because you need a champion that not only has CC in order to prevent them from using their abilities, but also burst, so you can actually kill them during that CC, or else they'll get their abilities down anyway and probably kill you.
Yeah, fun times. Fun times. Those are good champions.
So
all right. Wow, putting down a lot of damage onto that Shin. Shin is actually one of the squishiest by default champions. By base stats, one of the squishiest champions in the game at level 1. And I guess it's because he gets that like no mana spammable shield every 18 seconds at level 1 or something. So they do nerf his base stats a bit. He is less tanky than a Vayne at level 1. Fun facts.
You're tanky by virtue of having shields and spammable abilities, and by buying items, but as a result, for balancing reasons, your base stats have to be lower.
He needs to tell that to Jax. Oh man.
Oh, hold up. Waldo coming in for a gank at level 3, but here's Seymour. It's a 3v1 in the top lane. Shroombear instantly flashes away.
I think for you to really commit 3 people to a gank like that, you either need to have better odds or the flash already burned.
Well, yeah, I think that... I think you're actually right, but you have Water Bear coming in, but GSM, they're already way far away from their opponents.
And the only reason I say that is, if your odds aren't good enough, it's not worth it to send everybody up there just for a flash.
Well, at the end of the day, Seymour didn't really lose anything for it. Skolden has not been...
That's true.
Skolden's not really been shoving up against Seymour, has allowed himself to get shoved in, and Seymour, just due to by virtue of being Talon, is able to get back to the wave and not really miss a beat on that one.
Yeah, I do kind of like their strategy here, where they have the Talon roaming top lane, the Graves favoring top lane when he's not clearing, and then they have a bot lane that can, at this stage in the game, most likely handle the 3v2.
Yeah.
Rakan, early game Vlad, and a Trundle is not the deadliest lane for a Morgana Heimerdinger to try to escape, or even turn.
Yeah. Between the fact of the matter is, OU have one CC ability, and it's very telegraphed between those 3 champions. Black Shield is just going to nullify that, and you just sort of walk away.
Yeah, and gosh, even then, they have like very little damage unless Trundle can actually stick too. Thank goodness. So I like that the way that this has shaped up for GSM. I like that they're going to be able to play pretty aggressively in the bot lane without fearing it too much, while also pushing their jungler and roaming mid laner up to the top lane to try and help Levi and harass Shroombear. Wow, that trade was looking pretty good for Levi, but oh man, it's getting worse.
Yeah. Good on Shroombear there, holding on that silence because it is considered an auto attack until that Spirit's Refuge does fall off. Now he's gonna go put down a lot of damage. He's going to use the ultimate. That's not going to be enough to finish off Levi's. Mostly just there to push him out of lane, as he now has a CS lead. Levi's, though, still sticking around.
Level 5 as well.
But you got Seymour on the roam up to that top lane, trying to turn the tides. Levi's trying to bait around. Water Bear only level 4, so if Seymour finds him here, he's just going to jump onto him, and he invests the Shadow Assault and the Ignite. First Blood goes down in favor of Seymour of GSM.
And the bleed plus the Ignite is plenty of damage to finish off Water Bear after he flashes out there.
Yeah, a little bit sad when you're a level 4 jungler, you get found by the level 6 mid laner just wandering through the jungle on accident.
Oh man, yeah, he's just trying to get the flank onto Garen. Then all of a sudden, oh, it's level 4 Trundle. Oh boy.
And level 4 Trundle without having
he's getting his red buff stolen as well. Maybe?
Levi's taking a lot of damage, but Shroombear does not have the ultimate back up yet. Levi's takes that opportunity to turn some damage back around. Unfortunately, Garen gets a lot of health regen naturally from his passive.
Oh, missing the cannon minion. Always feels bad, man.
Yeah.
One of the things that upset me the most about Shin was when they nerfed his last hitting ability on that Q, they like gated the damage to very, very low compared to where it used to be. Ugh, it was hard to get used to. Sorry, what were you saying?
In spite of being shoved in bottom lane, Lotus is doing a good job keeping even in CS, but Waldo now getting jumped on by Shroombear, but he has managed to quick draw over the wall. He'll blast going right back over. He's like, I want this scuttle. I want it.
Dashes over, dissuades the chase, and he's like, and I'm back.
So Water Bear
kiting.
Gonna take away the enemy red buff in exchange for the one that Waldo stole. Arc Binding gonna connect on
Binding lands. Naked Beekeeper, though, doesn't have his W up. Used it to last hit and push the wave a bit there.
Ooh, good Spirit's Refuge will cancel out that silence damage. But yeah, see how little damage Shroombear really takes when he pops that W. Not even a max ranked ability right now.
Unfortunately, the second roam top lane from Seymour, while it did get a kill for Seymour, he left afterwards, and Levi kept getting bullied by...
Shroombear has his ultimate, and that'll be Levi's flash.
Good thing he had that flash
With
too.
Water Bear coming in, but instantly Dark Binded up. Naked Beekeeper actually wants to commit to this, but they flash away as the combo comes in onto Silver Spade, but no follow-up. OU get 2v3'd.
I think had that been an E ultimate W, that could have been a kill onto Water Bear, and Lotus was getting very low in that fight as well. And that comes back to there's a lot of kill pressure from Beekeeper and Morgana when you have this combination of 3 champions trying to do the killing.
Yeah, it does successfully burn Naked Beekeeper's flash respectfully. Oh, Skulldon now getting jumped on by Seymour, but it's a level 8 Orianna, but now he's taking so much damage, the barrier going to be used. He flashes over the wall, and he'll be safe. A Dark Binding. Actually, oh, Skulldon.
Woo! If that had not gotten blocked, that could have been a kill on the Skulldon.
Yeah, but a lot of damage from Naked Beekeeper. Onto Lotus. Lotus is now just getting shoved in so hard.
4 members bot, and they still can't do anything about Morgana Heimerdinger. Looks like they're gonna try though. They're kind of coming around.
Oh, Silver Spade flashes under tower, gives himself the black shield.
Wait a minute.
What?
Executed.
He's gonna get executed. What was that? Now, hold up a second, because Piplup is now coming in on the Naked Beekeeper with the help of Water Bear. There's the stopwatch, but it's not gonna be enough as Naked Beekeeper Stand United comes in. He's gonna barrier as well. The taunt gonna come through. Well, not yet. They're just gonna use him as a shield. Naked Beekeeper will make it out, but Piplup flashes for the knockout, but he doesn't get it. But a Q auto will finish him off. Naked Beekeeper a little bit greedy to stick around and trying to lay down more damage.
I guess Silver Spade was trying to flash ult? Maybe? For the kill?
That probably is what was going through his mind there.
But he didn't have the range. Gets executed to the tower. And I mean, he didn't take a damage, so it's like, yeah, it's an execute, but that does leave Heimerdinger all alone.
And it's also Silver Spade's flash for nothing.
And Silver Spade's flash for nothing. Yep. Also, and it's gonna be this dragon.
Yeah, Cloud Drake gonna be started up by OU. It might not go down fast enough though, because they're coming to contest it. Shroom Bear going in onto Levi's, but blocked away the silence. It's gonna go very low, and Water Bear is there, but Waldo jumps into the pit, and he steals it! The Cloud Drake goes over to GSM now, the Dark Binding lands, he's ignited, Water Bear gets the Soul Shackles, and that'll be enough to finish him off. GSM 1-for-0 plus the Dragon.
Man, well, so that started out pretty poorly for GSM, and it looked like they were about to lose the Dragon,
Levi's
but
gotta be
gets
careful.
stolen away. No smite from Trundle. He used it during that fight in the bot lane, still didn't have it up. It's 45 seconds for each charge to reset or something. Oh boy.
Is that when he used it? That's
yeah,
really
he used
quite
it during that
unfortunate.
fight, and then he didn't have it for the Dragon.
But if that's the case, though, OU should know, don't go for this Dragon. We don't know that their jungler is top. There's a very easy
that's
smite
something you
steal.
need to prepare yourself a bit more for when you don't have the smite up.
But Seymour trying to find a way to help out, but he spotted on a control ward.
Also gonna I'll just eat some fruit.
Yeah, Seymour's doing really well in this matchup. He's like a tiny bit ahead of Skulldon in CS. He also forced his flash and his barrier on that roam, and now he's gonna go aggressive on a Skulldon. Good stopwatch will block up most of the damage with Seymour. He's gonna get shockwaved under tower, but Skulldon is not bleeding. He's ignited. Seymour,
passive.
He didn't have enough stacks on it anyways.
Oh, okay.
He only had 2 stacks of the passive, so an auto attack would not have triggered the bleed. Plus, Skulldon still had barrier. Finding gonna connect. Just a little bit of extra damage. But yeah, Seymour doing a really good job in the matchup. He's gotten a roam, he's picked up a kill onto the enemy jungler, and he just forced out Skulldon out of lane, but unfortunately did have to burn his own summoners for not a kill.
And the harassment, the bot lane, continues.
Oh
wow,
man,
they're
there's
going
the
for
ulted
it
grenade, and Piplup, tanky enough to survive that. Mercury's treads will give him a little bit of extra magic resist.
Naked Beekeeper seems to be...
Oh, but
my
Lotus!
Goodness. He seems to be reluctant to go for the E ult W. He keeps going ult E W, which is, you know, not bad. I mean, he's still good, but like without there to be... The E is more value when it hits like 3+ people. The W has more value if it's like only just 1 or 2.
Shroom. But
Blue team gets
at
the
the end
first
of it
tower.
all, GSM, even without getting a kill, it's enough to force Lotus out of lane, but that's a good taunt under tower. Shroom Bear now slowed up by the smoke screen. Waldo coming in.
Don't go back in, Levi's. You're gonna
needs
get
to be
ulted.
careful here as Waldo... Oh, he's gonna flash it! And there it is! Shroom Bear picks up a kill onto Levi's before going down. Waldo gonna try an auto attack onto him. He's hiding in the minion wave. He's hiding in the... But Water Bear gonna come in. Pillar of Ice gonna slow up Waldo, but Waldo will be able to quick drop back under the tower.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Levi's definitely do not need to come back in on that one. He knows, you know that that ultimate is going to come in and do a lot of damage to you. You haven't built resistance
Uh-oh,
before, but here
Waldo.
comes Scoldin. He's nearsighted. The shockwave flashed away from by Waldo as the subject
Wait a minute,
comes down.
Waldo.
But Waldo has come back in, and Waterbear just chomps him down. Scoldin ends up picking up kill credit for that.
Waldo.
And here comes Silver's Fade.
Should've
They're going
walked back
to
in
Naked
there.
Beekeeper. Dark Binding going to connect. Naked Beekeeper looking for the Electro Grenade. Just going to throw down a lot of damage with the turrets. Here's the Electro Grenade. The stun comes down. Naked Beekeeper will pick up Scoldin after the Dark Binding plus Soul Shackles from Silver's Fade. Shroombear teleports into the top lane, but just immediately runs back to his tower.
All right, so first tower in favor of GSM. They're also up 1 kill and 1 dragon. So they've got a 2k gold lead and a decent objective lead with that dragon and tower.
And now only Shroombear gonna be up in this top lane to defend against the Morgana plus Heimerdinger shove. This is gonna be very difficult. It's not as though Garen is known for his wave clear. I'm actually... what do you think of Trinity Force Garen, Jack?
What? I mean, I guess if you're gonna be a split pusher or... I mean, I know for a while there, Trinity Force plus Sterix was just so good. Like, pretty much every champion that was in this sort of broad category would take it. Like Darius and Juggernauts and Fighters and Bruisers, and they were all taking it. But these days, I don't know about it anymore. I mean, now that they don't synergize.
There's a lot of... I mean, on Darius, the Trinity Force makes a little bit more sense. And I do see a lot of Darius do opt for the Trinity Force rather than the Black Cleaver. On Garen, though, it doesn't seem to make as much sense to me. But here's Piplup going in. The Rakambo comes out, but the knockup not as the Black Shield blocked it from Naked Beekeeper. He's silenced up, taking a lot of damage, but there's the exhaust going down onto him. Shockwave pulls in 4 members of GSM, and there's the kill on the Naked Beekeeper with the Righteous Judgment, but Shroombear will trade his life for it. Levi's still fading. He's going to get an auto attack on a Piplup as Seymour has assassinated someone in the back line. At the end of the day, 2 for 1 in favor of GSM.
A pretty nice shockwave, but they just didn't have the damage they really needed there. Garen went down very quickly.
Yeah, wow. 4-man shockwave, but it didn't seem to matter. Scoldin doesn't have a finished Luden's Echo. Seymour just jumps in with the Shadow Assault, does so much damage. So,
looks like they're going to be able to pick this up. So, I guess if the entire enemy team was squishy, you could maybe still make the argument for Trinity Force, but Garen is probably going to be 1v1ing Shin a decent bit if this game goes long. And at that point, you might want the Black Cleaver in your life.
yeah, I kind of agree. I also think on Garen in particular, there's so much wasted stats. Darius benefits a lot from the attack speed on Trinity Force to
That's
stack
true.
up the bleed.
Garen, when
And
he's
he gets
spinning,
mana.
nothing.
Garen is spinning, he doesn't have attack speed.
Also
It's
doesn't
not,
have mana.
and he doesn't have mana. So, I don't know, it's a little bit harder for me to argue for Trinity Force in favor of Garen.
Yeah, so I mean, the only time I'd really see it is if everyone's squishy or you, for some reason, are really going really ham to
As a
kill
split
towers
pusher
fast.
against a non-tank.
But
too.
yeah, but against a Shin, I think you're going to be doing a lot of your split pushing, you know, in the side lanes against him, since
Waldo
he can have that
is-
flexibility of the ultimate.
Up until just now, Waterbear picked up that level 10. Waldo is a level 11, and he just picked up that Rift Herald into that mid lane.
Aldo's really up there in experience, tied with the highest
Piplup.
levels in the game.
Careful where you walk there.
So they're up the Herald, they're up a dragon. If they get this, they're up a second dragon, and they're up 2 towers. So they're
this is
starting
an
to climb
Infernal.
ever farther ahead in objectives. Wow, they take it very quickly with Heimerdinger Graves. Dang.
Yeah, Heimerdinger takes these epic monsters pretty quickly. It's an
Yes.
Infernal as well, so GSM really happy with that.
All right, so they're now up. Let's see. I guess if you count both dragons, the Herald and the towers, they're up 5 objectives.
Yeah.
5 objectives to 0 in favor of GSM. They're only up 2 kills though. They haven't been playing a very team-oriented or team fight-oriented game, I guess.
Levi is gonna go taunt down the middle, just throws up the Spirit's Refuge and gets the Black Shield onto himself as well. And
And
now
you know that-
GSM, 5 members down in this bottom lane, ready to start pushing in. Lotus isn't here, he doesn't have teleport, he's going to start channeling his recall now as the Dark Binding going to connect into the Electro Grenade. It'll just be a little bit of extra damage onto Water Bear. Hextech Micro Rocket's doing a fair bit from Naked Beekeeper.
But I think it's...
Oh, Piplup goes in for the Rakambo, the Black Shield comes down, but the Shockwave pulls in too, and Naked Beekeeper's instantly blown up. Waldo uses the collateral damage, trying to get away. He gets the Stand United. He's trying to kite, but it's a double kill. Scoldin does blow him down with a Luden's Echo.
Man, double kill over to Skolden. So that's good for OU. In regards to momentum, at least, pulls them closer a little bit in gold, even though they still are sitting at about 2K behind. But that's always good for your morale.
Yeah, it's a
You win a little fight.
really nice black shield from Silver Spade. Does block the recombo onto Naked Beekeeper at least, but too much damage coming down out of Scold, and he just burns through it. Now all of a sudden 3-1 with the Sork Boots plus Luden's Echo combination.
Here they come for the mid lane after picking up that little W down in the bot lane.
Yeah, now OU with 3 members in the mid lane, they're shoving, and they're gonna pick up that first tower for themselves mid lane.
It's good, they win a fight and they pick up an objective for it, so good on them. GSM doesn't really tend to pick fights unless they have to, which, I mean, is pretty sensible. I mean, why, like, fight for no reason somewhere? You should fight when you have a reason to. Want this dragon, like, we're not going to be able to get it uncontested, we need to fight for it. And so, like, those are the situations where the fighting makes sense, and they don't really often fight just to fight. I feel like they fight around the objectives. They tend to, at least.
Yeah.
They're very objective focused, and I think sometimes that's why their games last a little bit longer, because like we said, they don't really pick the fights. They like to keep taking objectives until they just sort of win from the, like, vast amount of resources they've acquired, like dragons and picking up the towers across the map.
Schroomberg gonna come in aggressively, but you got Seymour to worry about here. The damage reduction is about to wear off. There's the Shadow Assault as Schroomberg is taunted up. He flashes under tower, they ignite, and the bleed coming out of Seymour, and he will take it. Levi's good guy Shen is gonna tank, but here comes Waterbear. There's the Pillar of Ice. Waldo coming in to back him up, as is Lotus with the Predator enchant running. Silver Spade gonna come around, rejoin his team. Black Shield is available if he needs it.
I don't know about you, that seemed like it could have been a fight right there that GSM could have.
Oh yeah, but hold up a second, the flash into the Dark Binding! Nicely done by Silver Spade!
That always feels bad, man.
He was looking for the flash recombo, but Silver Spade says no. Get in that Dark Binding, no more.
I'll see you at the end of the game when the binding finally wears off.
That could have been disaster because Skolden was right there ready to put the ball onto Piplup and shockwave multiple members of GSM, but it's completely denied by the support of GSM.
Rakan Orianna, nice combo.
Lotus with the Spellbinder does do a fair amount of damage onto Levi's.
Have a ton of HP. He only has MR from Merc Tread, so it's hurting him pretty badly. Lotus is down in CS, but he still has a decent bit, more than Orianna. He's actually getting beat by Graves. Graves has been farming pretty well, though. That's why he has, like, he's up there in experience. He's been farming pretty efficiently.
Waldo is generally a jungler I see who gets a lot of farm, but is also somewhat present on the map. I think he's just really efficient as a player.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a lot of what being a good
able to jump over the pillar of ice.
When your pillar gets used against you. But yeah, no, I think that's like, I mean, that's a pretty important part of being a jungler, is like being able to farm in between ganks and gank in between farming. And just do that as best you can.
Bear, that's clearing out vision on the Baron, but will GSM collapse on him for it? Waldo's like, nah, let's just take this Rift Scuttler.
Alright. Every scuttle is big too. That's a lot of experience that Waldo's been getting that Water Bear has been missing out on.
Yeah, but look at this. Levi's doing a fair job at training in onto Shroombear, throws up the Spirit's Refuge, which means he's taking significantly less damage.
Maybe if he had a Black Cleaver and not a Trinity Force pickaxe.
Oh man, Piplup taking a lot of damage from Waldo before he gets out.
And again, it's not that those items are, like, I guess necessarily bad in every situation, but in this one, not your best pick. You're going to be fighting a Shin who's going to be building tank and has a lot of max health damage. If you're not building MR or HP, which he's building neither of, unless you count the HP on Trinity Force. Wow. Yeah. Garrett's spinning is faster than I remember. It doesn't scale with anything, does it?
Oh, it does. It doesn't scale with attack speed, but the ticks do go up with rank. But hold up, because GSM are going for Baron. Heimerdinger takes it particularly quickly. It's almost down to half already after just like a few seconds of being hit. I think the Piplup, he's sweeping. Does he realize? There he goes. There's the control ward. The redemption going to top off Seymour before he goes down. And that's the Baron going very low. Waldo going to use the collateral damage, throws it in. The smite going to come out, and it will secure it. GSM pick up Baron. Now Lotus is in trouble. Piplup going to go for the recombo and will take down. No! He's invisible. He can't be focused. And Seymour's on a killing spree, getting out with the sliver of HP onto the overextended support from OU. Lotus, in the meanwhile, going down on the backside to Waldo, just chasing him down. Graves with no fear.
Wow. All right. Well, good on GSM there. They pick up the Baron and they don't lose any members despite their health bars dropping pretty darn low. They pick up 2 kills while they are at it. But yeah, I mean, Garrett's not the worst for going against Shen in the bot lane. He can interrupt any teleports or Shen ults with his Q. I mean, even though he doesn't have CC, he can at least stop those.
OU trying to get a Constellation Cloud Drake, but GSM will not even let them have that one. Waldo comes in, smites it away.
Objectives! They really like their objectives. They're not giving anything up.
With 2 Cloud Drakes, that definitely is going to help them take more objectives.
Yeah, man, one Cloud Drake is under its current iteration. 1 Cloud Drake feels a little lackluster, but 2 feels pretty impactful.
Feels really good. Levi's Sunfire Cape, Tiamat building towards that Titanic Hydra will fairly soon have a big spike in damage. That Titanic Hydra finish after the 1 health item is quite a big spike in damage.
Heimerdinger Morgana Graves. It's pretty decent range for harassing under tower, but they're the ones getting harassed.
Yeah,
at the
be
end of
careful
the day.
where if you stand near that ball,
Waldo.
but the Pillar of Ice coming out onto Waldo. The Shockwave gonna find nobody on the other side. Electro Grenades coming in, and Seymour jumping onto Scold, and he's ignited and he's down! Waldo even making it out alive. Now GSM, a Dark Binding gonna connect as Levi's is gonna taunt in, but he doesn't connect it onto Piplup.
Oh, and
the Electro
E
Grenade
goes
coming
wide.
out, the Redemption gonna top off the members of GSM as they head back towards that mid lane. Unfortunately, Waldo did not pick that heal up.
Had that taunt landed, then they could have chained it into Heimerdinger CC to pick up a kill, but work out.
Ooh,
wow, and Levi's
doing a
looking
fair
just
amount
so
on the
hard
Water
to
Bear.
duel right now.
And here comes the rest of GSM to back him up. Seymour jumps over the wall with the
dash
Assassin's
follows.
Path. Water Bear gonna flash away. And the Dark Binding onto Shroom Bear just into Electro Grenade. It's not a whole lot of damage on a Shroom Bear just yet, but it will be enough to dissuade.
Levi's.
You don't want to take this tower, not without the minions.
Boy. Getting very tanky, and he's only got the parts for a Titanic, Sunfire, and boots. He's already looking very tanky. This is the highest level in the game currently, which poor Shen doesn't get as many base stats as other champions, but as the game progresses,
Levi's gonna get a taunt in onto Water Bear, but the combo comes in. That's a 2-man knockup, and the Shockwave will eliminate Silver Spade from the map. There's a Naked Beekeeper in a bad spot, but he's able to flash away. The Hemoplague missed, but they will chase him down. A double kill going over to Skolden. That'll be a 2-for-0 in favor of OU, but they lost so many towers before they were even able to do that. That was also a 5v4 as Seymour is pushing in the bottom lane. Baroned up minions are just wrecking that tower.
Well, lost fight. I mean, they did choose to fight without Heimerdinger ults being up. And it looks like their ults are still mostly up now, so they either didn't have them or just weren't in a good position to use them. So not maybe the best fight to pick. I was even talking about something else because I was like, they're not going to fight here. And then he went in. I'm like, oh, never mind. They're fighting. Here we go. But yeah, no, I don't think they chose that fight super wisely. Don't think they considered all the factors before getting that one started.
Well, Piplup is the one who ultimately initiated the fight. Not really a whole lot you can do when
Well,
the
Shen
Rakan comes in.
taunted into those members at the gate. I was like, oh, the fight's starting, and then Rakan came in with Scolded and absolutely won the fight right then and there with his CC plus that Oriana.
Seymour gonna jump in onto Water Bear. That's only a level 13 Trundle, but he's got the Subjugate off as Seymour does pop out of Invis. The Redemption gonna come down, a Dark Binding gonna connect, but there's a Shockwave coming out. It's enough as Seymour is gonna survive with the help of the Stand United, and Water Bear is the one to fall. The Garen in the back line, but Skolden is gonna get focused down Soul Shackles, and he will be shut down with the help of Waldo. Silver Spade now on getting that kill. Dark Binding gonna come out. Eventually, Piplup gonna try and dodge away. He will land it after the battle dance, and Waldo just comes to blow into bits.
That was a prediction, and that was a good one. He threw it between Garen and Rakan. It caught him when he did the dash. Well played.
Unfortunately, without a Baron buff, it's going to be very difficult, but the taunt going to come in after the Dark Binding, but they don't do enough damage with that W onto Shroom Bear. Waldo going to take a few tower shots in exchange for that. No.
And this is why we're gonna.
Oh, but look at bot lane. Look at bot lane. Naked Beekeeper just continuing to shove in that bot lane. It always seems like when these fights are happening, GSM has one member not there. They're just taking something on the other side of the map.
I love that Heimerdinger got what is like pretty close to a reference to Breaking Bad. I'm the one who dongs. Because Heimerdinger. A lot of few similarities there, and I like that they kind of played it up a little bit.
Dude, now pushed back into their base at 6 towers to 1, and all they've got left to defend is the inhibitor towers. Levi's in the top lane. He's got no Stand United, no Teleport, no U. They kind of want to collapse on him, but too many good wards from GSM in the enemy jungle. Will spot OU on their way up. Backs away. As soon as they leave, he goes back and starts pushing more.
All right, now this is pretty good what they've got going here. Shin in the top lane, and forgot the champion's name. Talon. I kept wanting to say Trundle. I'm like, no, wrong one. And Talon in the bot lane. And so when they do that, Talon can pretty quickly, with his mobility over walls, make it to another lane. He's got a pretty decent split push because he's got solid, not wave clear in the traditional like ranged keeping a team away from your base wave clear, but he's good at clearing out the wave.
He's good at pushing the wave.
Yes, pushing. There you go. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. He's good at pushing the wave. He does good tower damage. Solid split pusher. You got Shin in the top lane.
Oh.
Always a split pusher with the Titanic Hydra.
Okay,
I
think Seymour was trying to jump onto Scold in there, but I think he Assassin's Path and it didn't put him where he wanted to be.
Oh no.
He just like sort of bunny hops over the wall a little bit.
Yeah, and then I think if you were to have 3 champions be chilling mid together, Morgana, Heimerdinger, and
You don't want
Graves
to. You don't want to
worst.
chase. You don't want to engage into the Heimerdinger because he's already set up his safety area.
Yeah, and when
with
you
all
take
the-
into account that safety area, plus Morgana ult, oh boy, tough to engage on that. Has Morgana finished the Zanyas? Yeah,
Yeah.
she has, and Redemption. That is, we will win a fight in one spot if I've ever seen it.
If we just stand right here.
We win.
Oh man, Levi's trying to shove in, but Shroombear just coming in to spin on the minions.
All right, they're currently not pressuring the bot lane, but they are pressuring the dragon. They are going to pick it up. That's the 4th dragon for GSM. And it looks like they're starting to play up towards this top side a little bit because Baron is alive.
It would be quite dangerous if they let the Elder Dragon spawn on the side of OU, but Silver Spade going to land a Dark Binding. The Pillar of Ice going to come out. Electric Grenade not going to stun him up, but the Hextech Micro Rockets will be enough to dissuade the chase from Water Bear. Level 13 on Water Bear's Trundle compared to level 16 on all the solo laners. And Waldo, the opposite jungler. Skolden is actually also pretty behind in EXP.
Oh, wow. The gold lead. I never even noticed. It's like 11k.
Yeah.
I hadn't looked at it in a little while.
I mean, it looks like
Classic
some of
GSM
these
chokeout.
OU winning some of these fights, but they are losing in objectives quite a bit. More importantly, they're not really making good use of the minion waves. Oftentimes you'll see minion waves crash while 4 members of OU are mid at the same time, so they're sharing that EXP and sharing that gold. Which is why
Seymour
Skolden is
doing
only
a little
level
bit of pushing
14.
in the bot lane. Garen shows up, so he decides that I'm going to roam mid now that Garen's bot. Shin's starting to shove in top side as well.
GSM, they're
Jungle
just
camp
waiting
gets
for
taken
something
away.
to happen. I think Baron might be the option for GSM to force OU to come out of their base and look for a good fight. Because GSM, they're so far ahead, it's very unlikely that they lose fights unless they just get perfectly chained in from Piplup and Skolden. Right, clearing out some vision in the back of the pit. Waldo, he's level 17 on Graves compared to Waterbear's level 14, as well as the fact that there's no Blast Cone now, so Waterbear's committing his flash if he wants to get into that pit. Shroombear taking some damage, but Levi's going aggressive on the Lotus, but here comes Waterbear. There's the Pillar of Ice as the Red Smite comes down. Levi's taking a lot of damage from that Red Smite. He's going to get the redemption from his support. Well, no, because he has the Shadow Dash out the other side. Waterbear trying to chase him down, but here comes Seymour jumping on the Lotus. A lot of damage comes out from the Shadow Assault as the Sanguine Pool comes in, but Ignite and the auto attack with the Electrocute will finish him off, and Waterbear just gets chunked by Waldo's shotgun. Dark Binding going to connect onto Piplup. Now are they going to commit so much more? The ball comes out. Waldo flashes forward, throws in the collateral damage, but the Protect goes down, and Piplup, it will survive.
I like Rakan because he can protect and attack.
Did have to flash away. That's more of a run away than anything.
Oh,
GSM, though, there's the ulted Electro Grenade, and that'll force the flash away from
Oh,
Skolden,
no.
but here's the
Oh,
silence and
no.
the auto attack. Piplup going in for the quickness. The Shockwave is going to kind Naked Beekeeper, but get barrier, but they're two taking so much damage from Shroombear. Levi's throws up the Steadfast or Spirit's Refuge. They're going to go down. Skolden picks up the kill, but Shroombear will die to the tower. A double kill going over to
Whoa.
Skolden, but so much damage coming out of Seymour as he jumps onto Piplup. It's going to be 4 for 3 in favor of GSM at the end of the day, but Seymour is not done yet. Dodges around the ball, Scolding out of mana, but Lotus has popped back up. The tower is down, slowed up by the Rake. Waldo going to turn it around, and there's a lot of shotgun damage. The Hemoplague and the Sanguine Pool, but a collateral damage, and the kill goes over. Hemoplague doesn't finish off Waldo, as now Waterbear trying to finish him off. Seymour taking a lot of damage. The Command Protect comes out, and he's going to get auto down. Shutdown goes over to Waterbear. Now Waldo running out the backside. He's running. He popped the Yomu's Ghostblade. Waterbear gets the Command Dissonance movement speed, but it's not going to be enough to catch up to Waldo.
Is he? I don't think. Okay, he is good.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done. Man, all right. So tower goes down. Inhibitor stays up though. Respawn timers short enough that some of the members of OU are able to come back up and defend. But we are sitting at a 12k gold lead in favor of GSM. They've taken 1 Baron this game, 1 Herald, 4 Dragons, and 7 Towers to OU's 0 on all those things and 1 Tower.
Really big gold lead for GSM is what that all amounts to. Baron is live, and once again, they do have Heimerdinger. They will absolutely melt that Baron if they get enough time on it. Levi's is going to attract some attention bot and then join his team with the Stand United once OU commits a lot of members down to that bottom lane to try and kill him off. He is fairly tanky right now, though, with Sunfire Cape, Adaptive Helm.
He did. He went Trinity Force Sterix.
Now Levi's going to taunt in onto Shroombear. We'll spin around a little bit. The Spirit's Refuge, golly, just coming out. Trade some damage. Levi's going to taunt back in, but here comes Waterbear trying to turn the fight. Subjugate is a pretty big tool to make this one a lot easier, but Levi's going to flee out the other side of the jungle as the Blast Gun comes in. He's trying to juke around. He sees where Waterbear's going, but Levi's taking a lot of damage. Shroombear will survive, and he will ult him down, but that was 2 members plus the jungler committed. Piplup going to go in, immediately jumps right back out, and the Baron will go over to GSM.
The Trundle shows in the bot lane, and Levi stalls for a very long time, running back and forth, keeping the jungler down there. And meanwhile, the rest of Levi's team picks up the Baron buff.
Yeah, he's like, guys, it's cool. I know what you'll take the Baron. I believe in you guys. He's committed. He's resigned to his fate. There's no escaping as Shen against Garen and Trundle, who can very easily just chase you down once you get into that situation.
To OU's credit, they've been down in objectives and gold a lot this game, but they've still been doing decently in these team fights. But that just doesn't matter when GSM's playing the slow game and taking everything all across the map. And they just seem to be everywhere they need to be, where OU just hasn't been showing up.
Seymour is the villain, so really does not want to get anywhere near Shroombear, however. Oh.
Elder Dragon's about to spawn.
No one saw that, Waldo. It's cool. Seymour, though, really doesn't want to be near Shroombear. Silver Spade going in will take a big chunk of damage for himself. The Pillar of Ice going to come down. He's forced to walk out the other side, but a good Dark Binding will prevent Waterbear from chasing. And those Baron minions are just pushing him back.
Elder Dragon's alive. They have 4 dragons. They've got Baron buff at the moment.
They've got Heimerdinger.
And they've got Heimerdinger.
Waterbear coming in, looking for Silver Spade. There's the Pillar of Ice coming out. Piplup goes in for the recombo, but he's immediately just getting shredded down. Flash Soul Shackles comes out from Silver Spade as Levi's gets the Stand United. Is transferred in. Waterbear flashes, but it still gets caught. There's the Dark Binding. Subjugate comes down. Will they be able to shred through the Trundle? I think they will, as Naked Beekeeper does do a fair amount of damage. Meanwhile, Waldo just got picked up a triple kill on the other side of the fight.
Gets shut down, but after picking up that triple kill, it looks like his team might be able to close out the game right here. 30 seconds on Piplup, 40 seconds on the other 3 members. Down goes an inhibitor. They've got an inhibitor. Oh man, they've got Baron minions. They've got Heimerdinger. There's only a Garen here. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything.
We'll see if Garen is going to try. He's going to immediately get binded. He's like, I'm coming in. No, you're not. GSM, the Redemption going to come down, and the Dark Binding once again under Shroombear as the Nexus Tower will fall. It's the Sterax proc out of Seymour, and there's the villain being shredded, but it doesn't matter as GSM focus down the Nexus. They will be winning game 1 of 9.
Alright, so GG to both teams. OU did a great job at a lot of those team fights, but they didn't do a great job in the macro that game, at least not compared to how well GSM was doing. They just slowly ramped up the towers, the experience from waves and jungle farming, the dragons, and it just eventually was too overwhelming for OU to win any fights like that.
Winning fights, just due to the massive gold discrepancy. So we are going to take a short break before we get into our second game of Platinum Cap playoffs. It will be between OU, once again the number 3 seed, and OGR, Oklahoma Platinum Rush, the #1 seed. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Summer Playoffs. If you didn't notice, this is no longer Jack. This is Noah Siren
Hey,
Hasu.
you got it right this time.
Yeah, no, I knew what it was before. Why are you changing your name so much? In any
I'll be
case,
sure to change my. Wait, you won't. Oh, okay.
so we are going to jump into game number 2 of Platinum Cap playoffs, which is going to be between OU once again and Oklahoma Platinum Rush, the number 3 and number 1 seeds coming in respectively. And you'll see at the top, OU, they lost that first game against GSM. We just saw that. Oklahoma Platinum Rush, this is their first game of the day. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Swain going to be banned away. Rakan taken off the board. First pick worthy support that Piplup just showed that he can play.
yeah. Piplup being one of those supports who likes to play kind of like not really tanks, just kind of. How do I want to describe this? Like champions that shield and
Those are
do
called
damage.
enchanters.
Enchanters, yeah,
Yeah,
enchanters, I guess,
Rakan is kind of like one of those. Rakan is like kind of one of those enchanters that also has engage power,
yeah,
which is why he's so good.
for
I
sure.
think that he kind of does a little bit of everything. Plus, he has probably the most reliable engage of any engage
Yeah,
support. Like Alistair is the other big one, but Rakan is definitely a little bit more reliable in my
yeah.
opinion.
We are also seeing a Zoe and Udyr ban on the OU side and a Xerath ban.
Vel'Koz, I think if you're gonna ban Xerath, you're probably gonna ban Vel'Koz against OU, but instead they
So
opt for the Xayah.
So they're taking away both Zai and Rakan. Usually you'd only take one or the other.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you ban the Xayah. Banning the Rakan almost is like we're banning Xayah too,
Yeah.
because Xayah is just so much weaker without Rakan that oftentimes teams don't opt to pick it. The Zoe ban absolutely makes sense. Dr. Giggles does have a
So
pentakill to his
we
name.
do see a Braum pickup for OU Platinum. Does look like I assume it's going on Piplup unless something wonky
Yeah, right.
happens.
Yasuo will be locked in for Oklahoma Platinum Rush very early on. It's in their first rotation.
That's kind of risky. Like he can be counter. Trundle also a very strong pick, especially when going into tanks.
Yeah. So OU, how did they respond to this one? In any case, the Zoe ban against Dr. Giggles, he did pick up a pentakill in the regular season
Yeah.
on that champion. Udyr, something that Ignopius has received a few bans towards him. I'm not sure how well it performs in game because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But no.
They're definitely respecting it. So we are seeing a Talia. I assume this is Talia jungle.
I would think so. I think especially against Yasuo, it's kind of hard to play Talia. Yes, you can throw up the Unraveled Earth in front of him, so if he dashes through it, he basically kills himself. But
But with the
it's really
wind
hard.
wall, it just blocks all of Talia's Q, which is throwing rocks, I believe.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to pick Talia into that Yasuo lane.
So we have to assume that it's going to be jungle Talia. We'll see what OU picks up in their last one.
Orianna.
And yeah, Orianna in the mid lane.
Of-
That is also still kind of a hard matchup against Yasuo for the most part.
I mean, yes, but it is a bit of a safer pick, especially because what I assume is Trundle jungle. It could be Trundle top, but what I assume is Trundle jungle. You're allowed to kind of stay back a bit and zone off with that shockwave when it's up. So maybe that's what they're going for.
Yeah, we are. Well, of course, we are saying that, assuming that it's going to be Yasuo mid. It could always be Yasuo bot.
Yeah.
Something that I would not put it past Oklahoma Platinum Rush. They are the team that plays a lot more of the non ADC bot lanes. Of the people in the league.
Yeah.
Graves gonna be banned away. I'm not sure why you ban the Graves when the Talia jungle is all but confirmed on the side of OU.
Yeah, maybe maybe they just ran out of bans at this point and they're just kind of banning things.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. There's other things you could ban.
Yeah.
If worst comes to worst, you can look at what they played last game and just ban those champions. But Malphite gonna be denied. Definitely don't want to give over Malphite Yasuo. I don't know if Sir
Yeah.
Dustball plays the Malphite, but you don't want it to go over regardless.
But Yasuo being a champion that can combo with a lot of champions. Rakan, which was already taken off the table. Zyra is another champion, which but we do have the Morgana lock-in, which I assume is support.
Yeah, I am a little surprised to see the Morgana support in the situation when, I mean, I guess I kind of get it. Alistair doesn't have a good lane into Braum. I was just thinking, you want the Alistair to set up the Yasuo.
And we do see a Darius ban as the last ban, taking that away from Shroombear and Heimerdinger.
Heimerdinger.
So Yeah, assuming that that's a Yasuo mid.
So
Heimerdinger's
don't give
still.
over
Yeah.
the premier mage bot lane to the team that loves to play mages bot lane. Syndra,
So it might be a Yasuo bot lane.
yeah, it could be. We'll have to wait for this lock in.
Don't you just love this meta sometimes?
I I like this meta a lot.
I
The
like the unpredictability of
Whoa,
it.
Kennen.
Kennen!
Okay, I hope this is AD Kennen. Not a. I don't. I think AP Kennen is absolutely not worth picking at all. It's just so
Weak.
useless.
Yeah.
Yeah, weak is the word. I use useless, but whatever. Lotus though is gonna get his hands on Lucian, one of the best
Yeah.
still marksman bot laners in the game, and is now paired with a Braum, which is already naturally has a lot of synergy
Yeah.
with.
Lucian having basically that early game presence with extremely strong level 2, with having tons of mobility and able to get tons of auto attacks off, as well as comboed with that Braum is going to be very devastating. And we might be also seeing him lock in.
Dr. Mundo into the top lane for Shroombear. It's a very big pick, very strong. I think it's really good. But it's
Oh,
gonna be Irelia.
yeah. Irelia also a very strong champion, as we've seen. Her early game did get a bit nerfed, but her late game got a bit buffed, making her a bit more resilient, but bit less bursty. And then, so honestly, I like it because Trundle would have been able to ult Mundo, and it would have been a real problem for that Mundo.
Yeah,
And then the last lock-in we are seeing is Renekton.
Renekton for Sir Dustball into the top lane.
So it
So
is going to be Yasuo mid lane, Kennen AD, as we're hopefully an AD Kennen as well.
yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Shroombear is playing the Irelia that is definitely a lot weaker than release Irelia.
Yes.
So brought a little bit more in line with a standard, not overpowered champion that can just go in whenever she feels like.
Yeah.
They're the hmm
Although she still kind of just goes in whenever she feels like.
yeah.
Extremely strong ult. If you can get a 5-man ult, good luck trying to catch her unless you have like point and click CC.
Yeah. What OU have quite a good I think they have a very good kite oriented composition. Between Braum has a lot of powerful disengage. Talia is naturally good at kiting because you just sort of walk backwards, throwing rocks forward, and you can knock them away with
Yeah.
your seismic shove. We'll go ahead and jump over the spectator delay because we can do that. And there we go, jumping
So
into that load
also the
screen.
only person who can really trigger Yasuo's ult is the Trundle with his Pillar of Ice.
Yeah, yeah,
So Yasuo is going to have to most likely be looking for his own knockups versus relying on his teammates to help him get that knockup. Uh, we are seeing personally, if I was looking at the teams, I would favor whatchamacallit, OGR a bit more just by how much range they can cover. But if OU Platinum can get a good wombo combo off, it might give them the lead in team fights.
yeah. So I think in particular OU probably has a pretty good chance of sort of picking up a random kill bot lane between Braum and Lucian. Yeah, you can use. I think Black Shield will be very important and see if Hayabusa is good at denying that concussive blows.
Ooh, bit too far, but it's okay.
30 seconds in, nothing's happened. It's gonna be a lot of pressure on Hayabusa to deny those concussive blow
Yeah.
stuns. Um, and
And it's a
there's a
pause.
pause. We can skip over that as well.
Wow, that was a long pause.
It's at least 5 minutes. I don't want to click it too fast or else it'll jump over a lot of stuff.
20 minutes later.
Wow, this is okay.
Okay,
Here we
there
go.
we go. Perfect timing.
So, let's see. So Hayabusa is gonna need to block those concussive blow stuns because between the two of them, they are pretty susceptible to the burst coming out of Lotus and Piplup, who has the ignite on Braum.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do try to go in for that level 2 first blood. We also are seeing Doran's shield on Kennen,
Yeah,
which kind of a safer pick into that lane, respecting the damage that Lucian and Braum can deal
Yeah,
out.
a lot of times you will see the Doran shield start on a lot of these bot laners. The electrocute on Trodelor's Kennen would suggest to me that he is going for the AP.
Yeah, but we never know. It could just be wrong runes or some unknown strategy. But other than that, it's kind of looking like nothing's too much is going to happen. Just regular clearing right now. Skolden missing a lot of CS early on though.
Yeah, and this is kind of why Yasuo has actually a surprisingly good lane against Orianna. He just shoves and shoves and shoves. Yasuo just auto shoves the wave just by virtue of being Yasuo.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to worry about mana. So if you just take trades with Orianna and you trade relatively evenly, you will force her to use her mana to trade with you and to CS under tower.
Yeah.
And then you just sort of slowly win the lane.
Yeah, but I feel like if you have enough jungle support and
Lotus
yeah,
gonna go aggressive. Yeah, that's why everyone says gank the Yasuo. He auto shoves the lane, and also if you leave him uncontested, then he will just sort of beat
naturally
mages.
just win the lane.
Also, making good use of the flow shield is pretty
Yeah.
important to go win those trades.
Always just back up a bit, get that flow shield back up whenever you lose it. Always helps you win trades.
Water Bear gonna get jumped up by Ignopius and Dustball. Slowed up by the Chomp. Is gonna flash away from Sir Dustball, just respecting the possibility of the Ruthless Predator.
It does look like that. Not.
Ooh, Pillar of Ice
wait.
gonna land on the Shroom Bear. He's gonna flash over it and then Q onto the minion to make it out.
Yeah. OU has already used 2 of their flashes, so they are decently. Well, top lane is decently susceptible to ganks, and Water Bear is not going to be able to do any like flash ganks.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why you would want a flash gank on Talia now that I talk
No,
about it.
I mean, Flash Seismic Shove can catch people off guard if you're quick about it. As
Yeah.
he's showing his face in the top lane, basic to very little effect at the end of it all.
Yeah, interesting lane gank, I guess you would call it. But anyways, we do have, as we were talking about earlier, this bot lane from OU Platinum is very oppressive compared to OGRs. They kind of just have to sit back, farm up as best as they can.
Yeah, a lot of times, Trotel are gonna get jumped on by Lotus, but it's just gonna be a little tiny bit of damage. That lightning rush coming out of Trotelor's cannon will hold up a second because Ignopius is gonna come for a gank in the bottom lane. Piplup is gonna get the auto attacks from Ignopius. He's gonna look for the stun with the concussive blows, but Piplup did have to burn his flash to get over the wall, or get back to safety. But now Hayabusa gonna get the black shield on himself. The summoner heal comes out from Trotelor, fearing for Hayabusa's safety.
Oh, that is a lot of damage from Sir Dustball.
Yeah, the Renekton, the classic Renekton chunk you out of lane.
So, I don't personally play top lane, but is it press the attack or conquer that's better on Renekton?
Oftentimes it depends on the matchup. I think press the attack was probably the correct choice in this game because there's not really a true tank on the side of OU Platinum.
Okay.
Especially with how much you can put out so much damage as Renekton with press the attack.
Okay. And so now it's kind of just like, it's kind of slowed down a bit. OU Platinum's actually up in gold by about 200. Probably from the bot lane, has a lot more CS.
Yeah, there's a sizable CS lead in favor of Lotus over Trodelor.
But other than that, it's kind of just cooled down a bit. Skolden trying to get poke off through that wind wall. And I believe Orianna's Q doesn't go through wind wall. It
Yeah,
gets stopped by
if you
it?
wind wall the ball, then it'll just like drop in front of the wind wall.
Okay. So that's also...
It'd be kind of lame if you threw your ball at the wind wall, it just disappeared. You're like, well, I can't use abilities for the rest of the game.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ignopi is gonna try once again into the bottom lane. Hayabusa looking for a Dark Binding, gonna connect it onto Piplup, but he's already got the stand behind me. Here comes Ignopius, the winner's bite comes out from onto Trotelor. Lotus gonna run away with the Relentless Pursuit. Piplup throws up the Unbreakable, needs to get back towards Lotus if he can, but Ignopius has to flash away as he got ignited. Dark Binding gonna come out. Now he's ignited. Piplup is gonna go down for first blood over to Trotelor, but a concussive blow stun will mean that Lotus gets a return kill as he flashes back towards the safety of his tower.
That's probably... Even though they did give up...
Here we
wait.
go. Trotelor gets ganked up by and the seismic shove comes out from Waterbear. He's gonna flash back away. He gets under the brush. He's alive thanks to the level up. Waterbear blue smites him. Auto attacks the wrong target. He's autoing Ignopius, but the threatened volley comes out. Ignopius didn't block for him.
What is going on? Oh, I really thought he was going to get out after that level up.
Oh my gosh. The blue smite didn't do enough to finish him off, but Ignovius did not block the threaded volley for
Hey,
Trottler.
he blocked the auto attacks.
Yeah, he blocked that one auto attack. I'm surprised that that happened, but oh man.
That would have been so bad if he had gotten out though for OU Platinum.
But good gank from Water Bear. He is very behind compared to Ignopius,
Yeah,
so definitely needed that to sort of come back in this game.
Yeah, Ignopius has a lot of CS on him, and is still level ahead of Water Bear. Which Trundle is a fast jungle clear, but I feel like Talia just has a safe clear.
Oh, yeah,
It should be clearing a bit faster than.
Look how much damage Shroombear is taking from Sir Dustball in these trades.
Yeah. Another trade like that and Shroombear probably dies. He still doesn't have flash up for a bit.
Piplup and Hayabusa trading their abilities at one another.
I think Piplup does slightly more damage just because of Braum.
Yeah, he's tanky enough. He's tanky enough to, win the trades against Hayabusa.
Quote unquote,
between if you just trade like Dark Binding for Winter's Bite. It ultimately doesn't matter all that much because they're never going to try and really commit to killing each other.
True. We do have Water Bear trying to go for this blue buff. Okay. I saw King Ignupius up there. Thought he might try to steal it, but don't know what I was thinking. Really big wave here for Ivory, though. And he is already up
For
on
who?
CS. Ivory. Lotus.
Golly. Not even the right cap. Up, and we're going to have another pause that we can skip over.
Yeah. I'm a slightly tired if y'all can't tell. But Lotus has much higher CS, about 23 over Treplor.
Now Lotus is probably going to go aggressive
Trottler.
onto Trottler whenever he kind of feels like it. There's the Relentless Pursuit as the Dark Binding does fall. The Winter's Bite not going to connect onto Hayabusa.
Yeah. I think Morgana was the right choice here, though, for sure. Ooh.
Yeah, Dustball trading in onto Shroombear. He will also sidestep the stun.
Yeah. And it does look like Trottler is going to go for that AP variant, as you were saying earlier.
Hextech Revolver into the Proto Belt is kind of the standard for AP Kennen.
Yeah. But other than that, it's kind of just dying down. We do have King Ignopius in enemy jungle, but not binding anything up on the top side. But other than that, it's kind of just slowing down a bit.
Yeah, not as much action breaking out. It's a lot of, most of this is on the junglers and maybe something happening in bottom lane.
King Ignopius might and Sir Dustball
Looking for
might
a
be going
dive.
on
Yeah,
the dive.
Dominus is available. Dustball needs to pick up Tower aggro first, but it actually goes on to Ignopius. He's going to use the Subjugate to tank it up. Shroombear doesn't have a chance.
Yeah, not much he can do about that. They're two really big tanks. They're both above level 6.
They're
They
both
can
pretty
tank for a
beefy.
while. Yeah.
Able to walk in and just auto attack him to death. Shroombear trying to outplay it as much as he can, but does just go down. Jump forward. Trottler taking a lot of damage. The Unbreakable going to block up whatever he can. The calling comes out.
Ooh.
Trottler gets called.
Very good play by Lotus.
Yeah, Dustball, or Dr. Giggle's now taking a decent chunk back in favor of Scoldin. Really nicely done by Lotus and Piplup. Trottler, the Unbreakable coming out, but
Ooh.
Ignopius going to find Water Bear here. Just chomps onto him. Seismic Chef going to pull him away. The Pillar of Ice comes out, trying to chase him down, but Scoldin is on the other side. Chomp comes out. He's burning down to red buff. He's going to flash over the wall, but here comes Dr. Giggles. Going to jump through, but the Shockwave going to pull him back onto the Blast Cone. Here comes Shroombear, making it a 3 versus 2 in favor of OU. It looks like that'll be the end of that.
Maybe.
The wind wall going to block the stun up.
Yeah. But at least they get Scuttle.
Yeah, they are going to get priority on Scuttle, but that is Water Bear's flash as the winner, or a hold out. The Pillar of Ice comes out, and that forces out the last breath, but Dr. Giggles, does he want this one? Waver's Wall come out. Dr. Giggles already used his flash, but Ignopius is down as Shroombear picks him up. Sure, Dustball flashes forward to clean up Water Bear. Dr. Giggles trying to pick up a kill in return, but he's very low. Shroombear and Scoldin now going to chase him through the jungle. Dr. Giggles has to somehow make it out. Can they get onto him? The wall. He will be spotted out, but it looks like he's out.
Yeah. King Ignopius also did get that Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, he did. At the cost of his life, though. I don't know about that one.
It's a 1-for-1. I'd say worth. Maybe, possibly.
Who knows?
You know, sometimes you just gotta commit it. You gotta commit. Once you've gone, you just gotta go 100%.
Yeah, I think that last breath might have been a little bit ambitious from Dr. Giggles off of the Pillar of Ice. It only landed onto one target.
Yeah. It is Shroomberry getting out with about 20% health from Sir Dustball. Shroomberry's not going to be able to basically fight Sir Dustball at all for the rest of this lane phase.
Sir Dustball just has a staggering lead in that top lane, but compare that to the discrepancy between Lotus and Schroedler at this point in the game. 30 plus CS in favor of Lotus on the side of OU.
Yep.
Gonna shove in. Look at that. Look potentially at that Ocean Drake, as you do have Water Bear entering the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to go for it just yet. I think they're trying to maybe.
Dr. Giggles going in for a trade on the Scoldin. We'll just jump through with that sweeping blade onto the enemy, onto the minion wave.
Yeah. We do
Piplup,
have
he
a fight
finds King
coming out of
Ignopius. There's the
jungle.
Glacial Fissure coming out. The Winner's Bite gonna connect on Ignopius. He's ignited and he gets the Subjugate, but he flashes out Summoner who comes out from Schroedler to keep him alive. One more auto attack would finish him, but there's the Slicing Maelstrom coming out. Hayabusa is the first kill of the fight. Shockwave gonna pull Schroedler back in as he's stunned up by the Winner's Bite as well. Now Ignopius, taking away a control ward, is running back towards the safety of his towers. The 2-for-1 in favor of OU.
And that should also be Dragon, hopefully. Water Bear is up, so is King Ignopius, but I don't think he's going to try and go for it this time like he did the Scuttle.
Yeah, no flash available, as he did flash to get to safety away from that one. Nice try on the catch from Piplup. Throws out the Glacial Fissure. It's the Black Shield eats the knockup for King Ignopius, but enough magic damage is dealt that they're able to stun him up with the concussive blows. Now Water Bear gonna catch him with a seismic shove. The Pillar of Ice isn't gonna be enough to save him as Piplup is coming around the side. Threaded Volley gonna come out. The Black Shield. Winner's Bite, but they can't finish it. Water Bear still wants it. A flash forward from Piplup. Now the seismic shove not gonna connect on Ignopius. Now they need to turn their attention and they will get Hayabusa as a consolation prize. But Schroedler is stunning him up. He's gonna get Unbreakable block. This is a concussive blows coming out onto him as well. Water Bear gonna jump away as the flash forward from Schroedler will shut down Water Bear. Now Piplup alone support. What can he do against Schroedler? But it doesn't look like a whole lot. But Schroedler gonna continue the chase. Needs one more for the stun. But here comes Dr. Giggles. Thundering Shuriken not gonna connect, and that'll signal the disengage.
Yeah. Both Piplup and Water Bear were out of mana. Water Bear was not able to do anything in that fight. If he had mana, maybe that would have been a different story. But
there's a lot of damage coming out of Water Bear at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Just picked up his 4th kill.
And he's somehow caught up to Trundle CS.
Yeah, keeping up with King Ignopius in CS after all that has all happened. Really nicely done by Water Bear on the side of OU. But in spite of everything, it is still a 300 gold lead in favor of Oklahoma Platinum Rush. They picked up Tower First Blood in that top side.
Sir Dustball completely destroyed this lane. He is up around 20 CS.
30.
30?
Yeah, now Sir Dustball
yeah.
and King Ignopius have found Shroombear a little bit overextended. The Pillar of Ice going to slow him so they can try and chase him down. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Arc Binding going to connect onto Piplup as Hayabusa just laying down some poke harass. Does look like Shroombear was able to rejoin his team as Lotus going to come forward. Here comes Piplup, but the stun comes out from Schroedler, doing a decent chunk onto Lotus.
Yeah, maybe a bit of miscommunication. Piplup could have jumped up with Lotus at the same time.
I don't know if maybe they just didn't have the range, or if maybe it was in fact miscommunication there.
But other than that, things finally calming down after what seemed like a hectic 5-10 minutes. But it is
Piplup and Lotus coming forward. Just trying to keep that lane shoved as much as possible.
And it does look like OU Platinum is going for Rift Herald right now.
Yep. Ignopius is here and he wants to contest it, but he's only got Dr. Giggles. It would be a 3v2 if they were to fight, but Dustball now trying to make it a 3v3 as he's coming in for the flank. Dominus for Nectin is a lot you have to deal with, but Water Bear zoning with a threaded volley, and OU are going to kite towards that bottom side. Dr. Giggles looking for the Steel Tempest, doing a lot of damage with those crits, but here comes Piplup, a 4v3. He's going to stun up Sir Dustball immediately and throw him down. The wind wall will be blocking up the Glacial Fissure, but the Weaver's Wall cuts Dr. Giggles off, forces the flash out.
Very good play by Dr. Giggles. He was able to wind wall the Brommel so that he didn't get knocked up, as well as used his dash and then was able to get over Weaver's wall.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma Platinum Rush got a little bit over eager there, but Hayabusa gonna
Ooh.
flash Soul Shackles onto Skolden. He's got Shockwave up. He's gonna use it, and they can't chain in the last breath. Piplup gonna try and save him, but it's not gonna be enough as Dr. Giggles just crits him down. There's the last breath coming out, and the Subjugate will secure the double kill for Dr. Giggles. Meanwhile, the Rift Herald does go down in favor of OU, but a really aggressive play from Hayabusa ends up paying off and get a quick 2 for 0.
I don't think Rift Herald for 2 deaths is very much worth it. Given it might get you 2 turrets and then you're playing the long game for it. Trotalor is getting really
And
taken
look
out.
at that wind wall going to be used to block up the threaded volley.
Yeah, and this is what we were also talking about earlier in Champ Select, that Talia versus Yaslo, that wind wall is going to do a lot against that Talia. We do have Lotus trying to go for
Oh yeah, he's going to
Trotalor.
get on the Trotalor, do a fair chunk of damage onto him. Lightning Rush used just to escape back towards the tower, but now culling should be up now, available for Lotus here. No, well,
no,
not
it's
yet.
3/4 cooldown.
But Water Bear gonna come in. Trotalor gonna constantly get ganked, but the Seismic does not land. Trotalor goes in for the Slicing Maelstrom, but does he do enough damage? Lotus will pick up the kill and Summoner Heal to survive the tower shots, but now Water Bear's in trouble. He got tower aggro. Dark binded up under tower. Oh man, why come back in, Water Bear?
Wait, Hayabusa? Okay. Lotus has a 50 CS lead over
Hayabusa
Trotalor.
trying to bait as Ignopius is here on Lotus. He's going to have the culling up, though, fairly soon, but Piplup is way overextended now. He's got to get back towards him, but Ignopius now going to turn his attention onto Lotus. The Blade of Rune King active. Concussive Blow is going to stun him up now. He's ignited, and King Ignopius now has to flash away. Pops the Tiamat, but a flash forward! Winner's Bite takes down Ignopius. Way too greedy from the jungler of OGR. But meanwhile, last breath from Dr. Giggles forces out the barrier from Skolden.
Yeah.
Always have to respect the guaranteed stun from Braum. Concussive Blows is just a very easy setup on the stun.
Yeah.
He is not able to close the distance as Lotus comes back in, and there's just a lot of burst coming out of that Lucian.
I don't think Hayabusa was close enough to Black Shield as well. I don't know if it was up or not, but I don't think Hayabusa was close enough to Black Shield. Dr. Giggles also doing a lot of damage, burning Skolden's barrier for basically, he popped it just to be safe, but
Ooh,
didn't really
stun
do
lands
it.
on
Oh
the
my
Piplup.
god.
Needs to be careful here without Lotus quite there. The Weaver's Wall now trying to catch Sir Dustball. He's going to be able to slice away, but Shroombear will flash for him, looking for the stun, but a good flash from Sir Dustball will get him out, and he throws in the ultimate as the Dominus comes down, but Dustball trying to turn the damage back around onto Shroombear. Is it enough? Yes, it is! They will take him down before Shroombear falls.
That was very risky on Shroombear's part. If Waterbear got kind of caught up with the threaded volley on that minion and wasn't really able to do some damage to Sir Dustball for a bit, although they are popping Rift Herald, no one is up there, so they'll definitely get this first turret. They might even get a second turret out of this.
That Infernal Drake started up by Oklahoma Platinum are seeing the jungler topside, but now Trotalor is going to go in with the Slicing Maelstrom, does stun up Lotus. There's no summoners available for him. The Winner's Bite comes out. He's trying to block for him as best he can. The culling comes out, and OU make it out clean.
Very good play by Piplup. Was able to,
Oh yeah, and a second tower is going to fall to this Rift Herald. Dr. Gill is going to find himself suddenly in a 1v2 situation. He's trying to get away, looking for the knock-up. Not going to land it onto either of the members of OU. But now Ignopius in the bottom lane, forcing away Lotus and Piplup. They didn't pick up a kill, but they will pick up a tower. Now 2 towers to 2 as a result of that Rift Herald play for OU.
Yeah. The Rift Herald did play out. They were able to get 2 plays. Waterbear is also extremely big on this Talia right now. 7-3-1.
Yeah, absolutely massive on Waterbear's Talia. Doing really nice. Doing really well on this Talia jungle pick.
Yeah. The Talia is extremely strong. Lotus is extremely farmed up compared to Trotalor, who is at 127 CS compared to 184. But at the same time, Sir Dustball has 171 compared to Shroombear's 138.
Yeah.
So
Shroombear does have his finished Trinity Force.
Shroombear just trying to... Shroombear eventually will get to the point where he will do more, because Renekton kind of falls off later on in the game, as he's more of an early game
Early
bruiser.
to mid game champion. Yeah.
Late game, he isn't as strong versus Irelia, who has an extremely strong and prevalent late game. So I feel like if OU does if OU keeps it like this and they keep it even up to late game, OU Platinum will win
Oh
this.
yeah, most definitely. Piplup lurking around, trying to bait in members of Oklahoma Platinum Rush to going in on the Lotus. But he's going to show his face now, just throwing out some winner's bites.
Piplup is extremely fast with this. So we do just have Chortlord trying to catch up in CS as best as he can. Dr. Giggles also looking pretty strong in this with this Yasuo pick. As 2-0 has his Phantom Dancer, is going to get his ID very soon. He did opt for the Berserker Greaves, which...
Oh, Hayabusa now getting jumped on. The winner's bites comes down and he's stunned up. So Chortle going in for the slicing Maelstrom, but to very little effect as now OU just surround him. Winner's bite going to connect. There's the concussive blows, and there's the kill for OU. A double for Lotus.
Yeah, Lotus... and there's the third pause.
All right.
We can skip through this real quick, though.
Jumping over that one.
Are we going to use
one.
all 30 minutes of pause time?
I think so.
I guess so.
All right, so seeing the state of the game, Ignopius going into Pillar of Ice, triggers the last breath, and Scolding gets the Subjugate. Shockwave finds 3, but Scolding is going to pop the barrier. Is he going to survive? The Subjugate and the Red Smite still running, but they don't finish the kill. The Weaver's Wall comes down as Oklahoma Platinum Rush now no longer have a wave. Seismic Shove going to push Ignopius in, but the threaded volley blocked up by the Wind Wall.
Yeah. Really good escape by Scolding. Escaped with barely any health. Popped that barrier. Is now just back. Scolding doesn't have any kills though, so even though he is doing extremely well in this lane, which we thought he would be doing much worse, he's still... I wouldn't say he's behind, but he's not very strong.
Yeah.
Versus that Yasuo with 100... Oh, so I guess someone did DC. They did use all of the time. Hayabusa is back though. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, is this just going to be a 4v5 now?
Who knows?
Yeah. Bad internet problems.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. It's not like we can pause the game for longer though.
Yeah. So OU now getting their push on in the mid lane.
It does look like they are going to go for Baron, or at least set up for it.
Yeah. OU hanging around in this topside area. 3,000 gold up for them.
Yeah. And with OGR, back a member? Question mark? Nope.
Nope. Well, we'll see.
We'll see eventually, but right now OGR is at a 4v5 disadvantage when it comes to Baron. So already OU does have a advantage if they try to go for it.
Dustball trying to reclaim some vision in favor of Oklahoma Platinum Rush for that.
Yeah.
4 towers to 2 in favor of OU Platinum as they are able to successfully pick up those outers mid and bot.
OU also having a 3.3k gold lead, 3.4k. Extremely prevalent gold lead. Dr. Giggles getting hit by Winter's Bite. Lotus going in, Wind Wall blocking all of the damage. Ooh,
yep.
If that Wind Wall didn't go off, Dr. Giggles probably would have died there. Extremely strong ability. Does look like they are going to try and set up for Dragon. I don't know which one it's going to be though. Infernal Drake. So Infernal Drake up in 37 seconds. And it's just kind of, yeah, they're just setting up for it. I think they're respecting that Hayabusa isn't here and not trying to go for Baron. Maybe?
I don't know. Piplup moving forward, looking for a winner's bite as Sir Dustball is shoving in on that top lane. Piplup holding the minion wave in the mid lane. Just going to interrupt some recalls as he does spot out Dr. Whoa! Oh, flow shield.
Oh, yeah.
That's Yasuo doesn't have to do anything.
That's happened so many times to me, though. Oh, it feels so bad sometimes, but nothing you can do about it.
OU starting up the Infernal Drake, and it looks like they will be able to pick that one up. Ignopius is going to be spotted on his way in. The Winter's Bite going to come out. The Subjugate is used by Ignopius, but he's stunned up by the concussive blows as the Glacial Fissure comes in and he's focused down. Slash slicing Maelstrom, and the Shockwave going to find a lot of members of OU, but it doesn't matter. Lotus now coming forward. The Wind Wall comes out. Scolding will get knocked up, and there's the last breath. The barrier comes out, and Dr. Giggles will finish him off. Now Lotus is in a bad spot. Caught by his own Weaver's Wall. A shutdown goes over to Dr. Giggles as Water Bear just trying to run away.
Yeah. We do still have Shroombear up top. Water Bear is going to try and interrupt these backs as much as possible, hopefully, in hopes that, or
Nope.
just not. So Shroombear is about to be in a 2v1 situation very soon.
Yeah, Dr. Giggles might just chase him through the minion wave if he feels like he can take the fight. Going for it, looking for a knock-up. He doesn't have the last breath cooldown back up, and Shroombear now trying to turn it back around. Needs to look for it. There's the ultimate coming down, and Dr. Giggles stunned up, and Shroombear takes the 1v1.
Yeah. So Shroombear at this point has caught back up in CS, has the second most CS in the game. Lotus still has more CS.
Yeah.
But has basically brought himself back in the game because he was left alone for so long.
And it's very difficult as Yasuo a lot of the times to duel these Trinity Force ADs or Trinity Force top laners. They just do so much. First, Yasuo is not very naturally tanky.
Yeah.
He's a melee champion, but his base stats are a lot lower than most melee champions because he's meant more to be like a melee ADC.
Yeah. I mean, he has 100% crit going for him at all times, basically, after like 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, that is true.
You win some, you lose some.
But here we go. Dust Ball is going to get caught by the winner's bite, but not going to be an advance from OU.
Yeah. It does look like Lotus and Piplup are going to, or not. Dragon is also no longer up.
Yeah, they just picked up that Infernal. Now they're looking towards that bottom lane as Ignopius is going to meet Water Bear up the river. Pillar of Ice going to come out, but Ignopius doesn't want to take the 1v1. And it might not be an option for him as Piplup is coming around the side, as so is Lotus. There's the winner's bite, the slow coming out. The culling comes down, and Lotus picks up his 6th kill of the game.
We do have,
Two members of Oklahoma
Yeah.
Platinum are shoving in the mid lane. Dustball gonna come and find Shroombear. He's got stunned up, and Shroombear looking for the 1v1 as Dustball comes out with the Dominus. Ignite gonna come down from Dustball. Who's gonna win this one? He throws in the ultimate. Shroombear is starting to turn this one around as Dustball stunned up, and Shroombear on a killing spree.
at this point, Shroombear is, Shroombear's stronger than Sir Dustball right now.
Shroombear has reached critical mass.
Yeah, he has the Sterix Gauge, he has the Trinity Force, has Ninja Tabby, and a Tiamat.
Yeah.
There's not much that Sir Dustball can do right now.
He's even in items with Sir Dustball at this point, and Irelia is getting to that scaling point. Sir Dustball also... Hold up. No fights.
Maybe? Possibly? I think they're baiting it? Who knows?
Lotus does have double buffs, so is a really potent
Lotus
force.
has double buffs, has Zeke's Convergence,
Ooh, that
and
knockup
Knight's Vow on him as well from Piplup.
Yeah, Shroombear in the bottom lane as Lotus comes forward. The Weaver's Wall going to start the fight. Dr. Giggles is the only one separated by this one. He gets the Black Shield, but the Pillar of Ice and the Wind Wall are blocking up most of the damage coming out of OU.
Extremely good wind wall. Dr. Giggles has had extremely good wind walls all game. But, oh my god. Especially comboed with King Ignopius's Pillar of Ice.
Oh yeah, no, Lotus just jumps right in onto Dr. Giggles. The Pillar of Ice comes out, but the Shockwave is going to find two members of Oklahoma Platinum Rush. Hayabusa's instantly popped as Piplup is able to make it out to safety. Dustball slicing and dicing away. A flash forward into the wind wall, but Shroombear will finish him off with a flash Q.
Very good play by OU Platinum. Also, Hayabusa's back.
Yeah, 2 for 0 in favor of OU. Pillar of Ice going to come out.
Yeah. But Hayabusa was probably gone for, I'd say, 6 minutes, putting him extremely behind, and not much that he can do. So anyways, we do have another fight breaking out. Dr. Giggles going in, gets stunned up.
Oh yeah, that's a
slicing
slicing Maelstrom, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Lotus is able to be chunked down as Chortler goes for the Zanyas. Now Piplup and Shroombear are going to surround him. He'll accept his fate, and it's a double kill for Shroombear.
Yeah, Shroombear at this point in time is popping off here. It does look like OU Platinum has an 8k gold lead. I don't think they're gonna lose this anytime unless something extremely crazy happens.
Yeah, they're going for this inhibitor, but they don't have people who do a lot of damage to it here. Shroombear and Piplup were down in the bottom lane, shoving that one in, and they did pick up the tower, but no inhibitor has fallen just yet. 4 members of OU rejoin in the mid lane, and they will finally pick that one up. A very large wave in the top lane.
Hayabusa is level 12 right now, though, which is, like, it just feels so unfortunate.
Yeah.
It does look like they are going to go for this Baron buff right now. They
Yeah.
I don't think OGR can really contest it that much. But they're
Well,
gonna
they're going to try.
to.
They have a lot of power to team fight around the Baron pit if they can get in there.
Slicing Maelstrom is coming up within like 5 or
It's
10
going to be up
seconds.
now. And now Piplup is on the wrong side of the Baron pit. And he cannot rejoin his team. No one in range to stand behind me. Dustball going to flash in, but it's already secured by OU Platinum. Here goes the Slicing Maelstrom, but the Shockwave pulls him back out. A 4-man Shockwave from Skolden will do a lot as Shroombear is going godlike, but Dr. Gigo is going to take him. No! He gets the Sterex Gauge Shield, and he's able to take the 1v1. A triple kill for Shroombear. Lotus the only one to go down.
Wow. And Hayabusa just running away, 4 for 1.
Winner's Bite not going to connect, and he will make it out alive, but that is OU with 4 members with Baron buff live.
Yeah. There's really nothing that Hayabusa can do right now. He's level 12 versus all these level 16s through 18s. And they're just going to shove in with this Baron buff, and that's probably going to be the game.
Yep, OU looking at that Nexus Towers. They've still got 8 seconds on Chortler, but he won't even have the Slicing Maelstrom up. Nexus Tower number 1 going to fall. There's the second, and OU are going to take their first win at Platinum Cap Playoffs over Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Yeah. If that DC didn't happen, it might have been a different game. OU still did have a 3K gold lead when it happened, so...
Yeah, who's to say? We won't know. In any case, that is the game going over to OU Platinum. We're going to take a short break before we get into game number 3 between Oklahoma Platinum Rush and GSM. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the light
Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Summer Playoffs. We're about to get into the third game of the playoffs, which is between Oklahoma Platinum Rush and Gecko Slammer Armageddon, number 1 and number 2 seed, respectively. We'll go ahead and jump into Champion Select for that one. Without further ado, it is Oklahoma Platinum Rush on the blue side and Gecko Slammer Armageddon on the red side. Heimerdinger taken away from Naked Beekeeper, and then the Zira taken away from Seymour, two champions that both of those players play a lot
Yeah.
and very effectively.
We are seeing another Zoe ban as we were talking about Pentakill Zoe last game. Shin's out. Talon also being banned. A champion that's known for roaming and getting kills.
Yeah, Seymour played it to the first game of the playoffs, did very well on it, and just a champion that no one really wants to deal with. He'll take it off the board. Then Udyr, so two bans taken or thrown at Ignopius.
Yeah. The OGR did switch up their draft up a little bit. They switched Dr. Giggles, Triddlor, and Ignopius.
Yeah, just order.
Yeah,
but
order.
It's
But,
based
yeah.
on who has the most champions.
They are locking in that Yasuo first again.
First pick Yasuo once again.
That's
I am very surprised.
ambitious.
I'm very surprised that they would opt to do that. There are champions that are definitely first pick worthy, namely Rakan, for example.
Yes.
Nocturne is one that I think is absolutely first pick worthy. Meanwhile, they're going to lock in Graves on the other side, a champion that Waldo is very comfortable on. They've taken it every time it's available in recent weeks of the regular season, and in that last game of playoffs, Waldo played that Graves to devastating effect.
Yeah, Graves being an extremely strong champion, especially if you get ahead early on, it's really hard to deal with. Swain,
This Swain could go a lot of places.
it can go top, it can go mid, it can go
I
bot
think
lane.
it's less likely to go top than anything, but I could see it going to either Seymour or Naked Beekeeper. I'm going to put my money that it goes to Seymour in that mid lane.
I think it's going to Naked Beekeeper, so we'll see.
All right, Braum locked in for Hayabusa, and that'll go well with the Yasuo as well as the Lucian. Braum Lucian, a very nice, strong bot lane to draft.
Whatchamacallit, Dr. Giggles also having someone to give him his knockup for his last whisper as well.
Last breath.
Last breath.
Last whisper is an item. Last breath is the
You know, they name
Yasuo.
everything the same.
GSM, though, locking in what looks to be a Morgana support for Silver Spade.
I still think it's going to be a Swain bot lane.
It'll
Swain
be
Morgana
Yeah,
seems
Swain
extremely
Morgana, that
strong.
would suggest that Swain would go into that bottom lane. I think Swain Morgana is pretty good, like you said. It also will have, a decent time against Dr. Giggles and Trodelor and Hayabusa on Lucian Braum.
GSM looking to ban out a top laner and a jungler. Trundle.
Yeah, Trundle taken away from Ignopius. That Pillar of Ice is almost like on-demand knockup for
Yeah.
Dr. Giggles Yasuo. And it also is just a generally good jungler, so we'll take it away from Ignopius, force him to play something different.
Kaisa being banned, so Kaisa is a champion that usually goes bot lane, can go mid lane sometimes. Not
As much without funnel strats being
Yeah.
a thing, but it is going to be taken away as Naked Beaker has shown that he can play the champion, which might be a wasted ban if that Swain does go bot lane. They're banking on that Swain being mid with that Kaisa ban, but also just don't give him the option to flex it and pick up the Kaisa.
Malphite.
Malphite.
Also another strong ban. You don't want that knockup with that Yasuo.
So now Oklahoma Platinum Rush, one more ban for their side.
It does. Then we might be seeing a mid lane ban here. It might be another ADC ban as well.
Well, I don't know. What is it that they want to ban? I think Shen would be a good ban away from GSM, but it's going to be Wukong.
Wukong's
Okay,
can...
so I think that Wukong is a good champion. It's good and it's simple, it's easy, it's very hard to mess up.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think it's very good top lane and especially since Oklahoma Platinum Rush have not picked their top laner yet.
Yeah.
It's very easy to counterpick. It has a lot of bad lane matchups.
And there's that Shen that we were just talking about as well.
Yeah, Levi's going to get the Shen once again. Oklahoma Platinum Rush now to lock in a jungler and a top laner. They will know that what that top lane is going into up against Levi's Shen.
So
So what
we
does
do have a
Dustball do?
Pantheon. That's probably a Pantheon jungle, something that's been played recently and has shown to be extremely strong at times.
Yeah. This. I mean, okay. I say this patch. We did just have a patch earlier
Today.
today.
So
On the patch
last
that
patch.
on the patch that this was played on. Um. It It's very good because base attack speed buff means that you get to take the camps faster. You also um, get more procs of your shield passive, and they're gonna lock in Cho'Gath in the top lane for Sir Dustball. So yet another knockup going over
Yeah.
to Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Ornn would have been extremely strong as well, but they were lacking a bit on the AP side, so I understand why they decided to choose Cho'Gath instead of Ornn.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I am surprised they didn't go for the Ornn, but yeah, the Cho'Gath is definitely a good one to pick in for themselves as well. I think it has a fairly good time against the Shen.
So
But what was locked in? It was a Varus, so it is going to be Swain mid, and Naked Beekeeper's going to take that Varus for himself. So Varus Morgana is going to be the matchup against
yeah.
Lucian Braum.
I still think that's an extremely strong matchup. So it definitely will be interesting to see if Varus can land his ult, which is called
Chain of Corruption.
Chain of Corruption. So if Varus can land the Chain of Corruption on that Lucian, before after Hayabusa uses all of his abilities, it could be devastating.
Yeah, you have to wait out the Unbreakable before you hard commit, because otherwise that Unbreakable is just going to force you to position poorly or just block all your damage.
Braum being extremely strong pick with that Unbreakable. So we are going to skip this 3-minute spectator ban not ban, delay. You know, same thing basically,
Yeah,
right?
Riot just like, I hate spectators. We're banning all of them. So, we are into the game. Oklahoma Platinum Rush on the blue side up against GSM, Gecko Slammer Armageddon on the red side. At some point, we will get a scoreboard.
Hopefully.
So, we'll see how Ignopius does on this Pantheon. Pantheon also a very difficult jungler to duel early on. Is especially good against Graves because of how much of Graves' damage comes from auto attacks. Block up really quickly. You could block up multiple of them if you just block one and then use your stun, which gives you the instant passive.
Very good pick. I think King Ignopius thought about the matchup. He wasn't just, oh, I want to play Pantheon because it's strong jungler. I think he thought about the matchup of it's being against Graves. But I'm just giving him too much credit.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I mean, the champion's just generally good. We'll see if he's effective at using that Grand Skyfall, which is such a powerful ultimate to have on Jungle Pantheon.
It basically allows you to gank without being near.
Yeah, oftentimes with champions that have those big ultimates like Nocturne, like Vi, like Pantheon, those champions you kind of want to force a gank every time that is up so you can make better use of the cooldown.
Yeah. Waldo, actually, I feel like Graves with a leash clears a bit faster level 1, but it could have just been a weaker leash.
So Waldo went from blue directly to Chrom. Oh, now Ignopius, on the other hand, going from red to the opposite side Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying. I think Waldo was just going to concede the Scuttle Crab on the bot side. So
both of them are like, we don't want to fight this Scuttle Crab on the bot side.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's just going to sit there for a bit then.
Yeah, so I think Seymour is going to have a hard time in this lane.
Chortlor is taking a lot of damage, though.
But Levi's is getting chunked out. Dustball just harassing him down with those Vorpal spikes.
Yeah. Dustball being level 2, Levi's being level 1 still. Kind of not much he can do about it.
Somebody pull up the scoreboard.
Please. Yeah. So, yeah, not much we can do about that, though.
Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade just continuing to zone off Troidlor and Hayabusa.
That wind wall looked kind of weird. I thought that was a grab. Swaney is
The never move.
never move. Yeah, I thought it went through the wind
Oh
wall.
wow, good Dark Binding gonna land on the Hayabusa. He will take a fair chunk of damage for that one, but the Guardian coming out will negate a little bit of it. Piercing Arrow gonna come across. Does a fair chunk onto members of Oklahoma Platinum Rush when it doesn't have to pass through minions.
I definitely thought this lane favored Hayabusa and Turtle Lord, but by the looks
Oh,
of
here we go. Waldo coming in for a gank. Nice dodge on the Rupture. So Dust Ball is going to flash away.
Levi's kind of gaining back steam. I can't look at the CS to see if it's been affected at all,
Man.
but
Someone needs to pull up the scoreboard. I really want to see it.
yep. We might have a gank come in and just possibly. No, he's backing off.
Ignopius was looking for something onto Silver Spade and Naked Beekeeper.
But it does look like they have vision in that bush, so unfortunate.
Yeah, will not come of anything just yet. I really think that... I don't know. I think Waldo could pay a little bit more attention to Sir Dustball in that top lane, especially since he just burned the flash.
So
And it looks like he is heading up there once again. There is a ward spotting it out, but now he's going to get caught. Taunt flash comes out from Levi's. He's got no flash available for Sir Dustball. Waldo just constantly slowing him with the red buff. Will sidestep the Rupture. Needs to get one more.
Ooh.
Flash auto from Waldo. Will pick up first blood for GSM.
probably worth, but they did invest 2 flashes for it. But first blood is first blood. It does allow Levi's to get a lead in this lane. And if Sir Dustball wants to get this CS, he has to force his teleport out.
Not to mention Waldo as well. Getting himself first blood, snowballing it out. Really nicely done by GSM. And, good attention by Waldo. You burn a flash on a gank. It doesn't mean anything unless you come back within the next 5 minutes and actually make something of it.
Levi's could probably walk back to lane and not lose much CS. So Levi's is walking back to the lane. Sir Dustball did have to use teleport, so Levi's in one level will have that ult up as well as that teleport, able to move basically around the entire map at will, while Sir Dustball can't chase. Although Sir Dustball will have the ability to cancel both of those with Q and W.
It's real. I feel like, old Swain versus Yasuo was pretty good. I feel like new Swain versus Yasuo is really hard. Oh, that's a good stun coming out of Ignopius, but the Rupture already used, which means Levi's able to Shadow Dash back towards safety. Ignopius just clearing out a control ward in the meanwhile.
Not much is going on. Seymour kinda low on mana. Still can't see the scoreboard. Oh. Hopefully someone will notice.
And
This might have been when we were all just running around, but
GSM now starting to get shoved under their own tower. They've got themselves 500 gold in the lead as a result of that first blood from Waldo.
but other than that, we might see a gank from King Ignopius. No, he's just running through.
He's just running through the lane.
We do have
Hayabusa's also
yeah.
up in this area, but Waldo's about to run into him. Finds him, just going to give him a little bit of shotgun stacks. Silver Spade coming up to try and support.
But other than that, not too. Ooh.
Dark Binding going to connect onto Ignopius as well as the Tormented
That
Soil.
Dark Binding does quite a bit of damage, though.
Yeah, Ignopius is pretty far behind. He's only level 4 right now. A lot of laners on the side of GSM are level 5 or 6.
Yeah. And Waldo himself is level 6 as well. But other than that, we might see a fight break out in just a little bit in the bot lane. I know that there's been a lot of mini skirmishes in. Oh wait, there is a gank coming.
Oh
mid
yeah,
lane,
Waldo's going in for that mid lane. The wind wall had to be used for Seymour's never move. He's going to throw out the Steel Tempest. Meanwhile, Chortler going aggressive on the Naked Beekeeper as the Dark Binding lands on the Hayabusa. But there's the Unbreakable from Oklahoma Platinum Rush. Ignite was used on the Chortler and immediately they back away.
I feel like Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade are about to hit level 6,
Yeah.
which Hayabusa doesn't have a lot of mana left. I don't.
Ooh, but that Dark Binding missing was pretty big.
Yeah. So Naked Beekeeper is level 6. Hayabusa doesn't have enough mana to use Jump to Me and Unbreakable at both of them. It might be extremely dangerous if they stay any longer. other than that, nothing. Things are maybe dying down. Hayabusa does have some mana right now, although just used half of it,
There's the
basically.
concussive blows on Naked Beekeeper. Turtlelore trying to land some more onto him, maybe get the stun, but they will back away. Silver Spade, once he hits that level 6, it'll be very dangerous for Oklahoma Platinum Rush, but Hayabusa level 6 as well. Could try and disengage with Glacial Fissure, but there's the Dark Binding connecting. Naked Beekeeper, is he going to go for the Chain of Corruption? As the Unbreakable falls, he's going to throw out a Piercing Arrow for sure, but will not hard commit just yet.
Yeah. He's waiting for something. Probably.
Oh, good never move is going to pull him in. Dr. Giggle's going to take the Vision of Empire damage as well, but a knockup will come down on the Seymour. Steel Tempest, they'll trade. Ignopius now looking for Levi's, but he will not find it. Levi's just shadow dashing away. See ya, he says.
Shen being an extremely safe champion with that shadow dash. You gotta gank
Good Dark Binding.
You gotta gank Shen when he's going in, otherwise he'll probably be able to get out most of the time at least.
Waldo looking for a gank mid lane, but Dr. Giggle's just gone aggressive. He's still got Wind Wall as Waldo going to come forward, looking for the Steel Tempest. The exhaust going to be used. There's the Wind Wall. Here comes the Grand Skyfall as the two-man last breath comes in from Dr. Giggles. Ignopius now in there. Stand United, but he's under tower. Waldo going to fall on. Seymour is looking for something back, but Ignopius just auto-attacking him with a red buff and blue buff. Meanwhile, the Stand United did get interrupted by Sir Dustball.
What turned out what looked like a really good gank turned, like we were saying earlier, that Grand Skyfall allowing a lot of map pressure, being able to gank from basically halfway across the map. Really unfortunate for GSM.
We are going to finally get the scoreboard up, and looking down up and down the sides, it does look like a fairly sizable CS lead for Dr. Giggles over Seymour, but mirrored by Naked Beekeepers over Turtlelore.
Yeah. So, yeah. It is looking, that top lane still looking extremely even. Sir Dustball having that one death.
Ooh, there's a knockout coming down on the Seymour, and Last Breath not available, but Dr. Giggles going in very aggressive, doing a lot of damage on the Seymour.
Sir Dustball also having that one death, but staying extremely even with CS.
Here comes Waldo once again. Dr. Giggle's going to get flashed on. He's going to use the Red Smite onto him. He's burning away. Seymour needs to not come up, but he shotguns him down, and Dr. Giggles will fall.
Oh, that was really risky. Oh my god.
Seymour, though, he knows when the wind wall is down, if he jumps in on me, I'm just going to press Q. He's going to die instantly.
Yeah.
That was very risky, though. I agree.
I like it, though. It looked pretty funny to watch. Not funny. It looked very good to watch. It doesn't look like Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade are going to commit.
Here we go. They're going aggressive. The Black Shield's on the Naked Beekeeper, but now Silver Spade might be the focus as the Soul Shackles are going to come out. Well, he's going to flash away Summoner who comes out on a Hayabusa time. And Turtlelore now flashing forward. Silver Spade gets the heal, but he will still fall. Hayabusa flash to secure the kill.
Yeah. I feel like GSM's bot lane's a bit stronger right now, but I don't think Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade know that.
Yeah, it's Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade a little bit disjointed there as the Winner's Bite did connect onto Silver Spade, but now here comes Ignopius. Waldo's here to back up Naked Beekeeper. I don't think they can go for the 3v2 under tower. Ignopius will blast going out to safety. It was really well played by Hayabusa at the end of it all. Winner's Bite onto Silver Spade. He looks to be going towards Naked Beekeeper, who Turtlelore was aggressing onto. Silver Spade instinctively drops the Black Shield, and they turn their attention onto him.
Yeah.
Dr. Giggle is going in onto Seymour. Here comes Hayabusa just saying hi in that mid lane.
And then just taking that control ward. Your roam was not for naught.
Yeah, you just picked up a kill on the enemy support. Not much use in staying bottom lane, so at the very least come and clear out some vision and take a recall.
We do have Silver Spade coming up to the mid lane though.
Yeah. But without Soul Shackles, it'll be very difficult for a gank to happen onto Dr. Giggles from this Morgana.
Yeah. Not much everything's kind of dying down. Seymour is 1-0, is a bit down on CS, but Swain with his ult does still do a lot of damage. I know it did get nerfed this patch.
Well, the patch that's playing.
Yeah, the patch that they're playing it on.
Seymour, gotta be careful about that when that Steel Tempest, as the Cloud Drake does fall over in favor of GSM. Vision of Empire coming out. Dr. Giggles now might be in a little bit of trouble. But there we go. Seymour gonna pop the Demonic Ascension as Dr. Giggles trying to run for his life. And there's the Wind Wall as the Grand Skyfall comes in. Into the line comes out. Ignopius jumps onto Waldo, but the collateral damage isn't enough. No, Ignopius executes him with the Spear Shot. Silver Spade will get the shutdown with the Soul Shackles pop, but looks like Dr. Giggles is gonna make it out. Seymour not able to close in on him.
Yeah, Dr. Giggle. No, nothing going on there. Just a nice little love tap with the Q. But Dr. Giggles did rush Berserker Greaves and Zeal. Opted for the Berserker Greaves, allowing him to run away
Oh,
from
good Chain of
Seymour.
Corruption gonna connect onto Trottlor. Chained it with the Dark Binding. When you leave your ADC alone, you gotta be careful about the enemy support coming back.
Ooh,
Nicely
unfortunate.
done by GSM, and Hayabusa is not there in time to save
Yeah.
him.
Extremely good play by GSM. Was able to capitalize on Hayabusa being in the mid lane and kind of just clearing out wards.
Yeah, both Silver Spade and Hayabusa roam to the mid lane, but Silver Spade gets bought first. They have the Chain of Corruption, and they just pick off Trottlor before Hayabusa can come in to save him.
We
Now
do
Levi's is
have
going to
a-
get ganked up. He's going to use the Shadow Dash, but Ignopius is pretty fast. Flashes for the slow, but Levi's will flash himself under tower. There's a Spirit's Refuge, and he'll just jump onto him for a stun.
Yeah, I agree with the not diving, just getting some nice little friendly damage onto him. Minion blocking Silver Spade's Dark Binding from landing on Hayabusa. But not much. Everything's kind of just calming down. People are farming back up. We might see a fight between Sir Dustball and
Ooh, here we go. The culling coming out of Trottlor is now Naked Beekeeper's the focus. Levi's, meanwhile, getting jumped on by Sir Dustball. He's trying to cut it out, but Dustball does have the feast. He's going to use it, and he'll solo kill Levi's. But Waldo is here, trying to make it work. There's the Red Smite coming down, end of the line. Not going to get the second proc off. Waldo, is he going to do enough damage? The Rupture not going to connect. Waldo does do enough with the collateral damage, but now he's got to deal with Ignopius in the top lane. Dark Binding getting out. Waldo does get jumped on, but he's level 10. He does have the Red Smite. Ignopius taking a lot of damage. Did take a tower shot, but Waldo not going to test his luck. Trottlor now coming
call.
forward onto Silver Spade. Not going to get too many autos off.
Ooh.
Ooh, Hayabusa jumped before. This is a good never move coming down from Seymour. He'll give Dr. Giggles a shotgun to the face. Vision of Empire. Gonna connect as the Steel Tempest will, but Dr. Giggles not willing to commit the last breath onto that one.
This bot lane is. I feel like GSM's bot lane is stronger. I don't know why I do, but I feel like they are, and they're just not fighting it. Maybe they're just being precautious.
Well, he hasn't finished his Blade of the Rune King yet on the side of Naked Beekeeper, whereas it has been finished for Trottlor. So that's a fairly big spike in power that they do not have at this time. Meanwhile, Seymour trying to make a roam into the bottom lane, but was spotted out on a ward. Oh, and Ignopius looking towards that bottom lane with the Grand Skyfall. Gotta be very careful. Silver Spade and Naked Beekeeper both pretty far forward. Dark Binding gonna connect onto Hayabusa, but they're playing very cautiously. I think they realize, as Ignopius, it looks like he just turned back to go onto the Krugs.
But other than that, we might be seeing a gank mid from Levi's.
Waldo is also down here as the relentless pursuit forward as the Chain of Corruption comes out, but Naked Beekeeper gets the Summoner heal. Here's the got the Black Shield as well. They flash away. Chain of Corruption coming down. Grand Skyfall behind them as the teleport comes out, but Hayabusa's already down. Naked Beekeeper jumped on and executed by the Spear Shot. The Culling coming out. Stand United onto Waldo as he does take down Trottlor, but here's Dustball looking for the damage. He does have the feast. Is he just gonna eat down onto Waldo? He will take him down. Ignopius gonna get the stun onto Levi's, but the Black Shield comes out a little bit too late. The Rupture not gonna connect. Now Seymour getting jumped on by Dr. Giggles. The Demonic Ascension is popped. He's looking to get exhaust off onto him. Dr. Giggles does get the Steel Tempest, knock him up. Last breath comes in, but Seymour, is he going to be able to turn this one? A never move. He flashes away, gives him the root, chuck down. He goes in with a Demon Flare and takes him down. Dr. Giggles
my
gets
God.
outplayed.
Oh my god. So that it was a 2-for-2 in the bot lane, and then Seymour getting that solo kill on Dr. Giggles. Seymour played that extremely well, was able to kite off that Yasuo. Dr. Giggles used everything. He used Flash, he used Ignite, but so did Seymour, and Seymour just barely able to
That
scrape
was
away.
so well played from Seymour. Holy cow. Flashes away to keep the never move onto Dr. Giggles, who was looking to try and dash through him. Just really nicely done, and then he pops the Demon Flare as soon as Dr. Giggles flashes to try and finish him off.
Oh yeah. I think that Seymour might have been able to use Demon Flare just slightly earlier and kill him, but that's just some hindsight. But who knows? It might have been the right play. It might have not been. Seymour does have that full Roa. He is catching up on CS with Dr. Giggles, and he does have that 2 kills. So I feel like he is the stronger mid laner at
Waldo
the
has snuck
moment.
his way in here. Silver Spade looking for it. They jump forward as Waldo's here! Redemption gonna be enough. No! Naked Beekeeper does fall. Shortlord now getting focused down by Waldo. Blown to bits by the collateral damage. Silver Spade flash Soul Shackles trying to finish off Hayabusa. Will get the stand behind me, but Waldo cannot finish the job through the minion wave.
Yeah. Very ambitious flash there. Like, I understand what. Ooh, but we do have a fight from Sir Dustball and
Oh
Levi's.
yeah, does land the rupture. Levi's gonna taunt through him. So Dustball keeping the slows down. Silence comes out. He does have the feast, but he's not gonna go for it. First Blood Tower does go over to the side of GSM.
Yeah. GSM up by 2.5k gold right now. The bot lane has more CS, and I would say more gold in it compared to OGRs. The mid lane even.
Oh, Grand Skyfall. They're just gonna die. Levi. Sir Dustball picks up tower aggro. Ignopius just blows him to bits.
Yeah, not much he can do about it. But I would say that even though Dr. Giggles does have a bit more CS, Seymour does have those 2 kills, one of them being the solo kill on that Yasuo on Dr. Giggles.
Trade the top lane tower for the Cloudrick. They already picked up tower first blood, so that's a trade they'll happily take on the side of GSM. Second Cloudrick for them as well.
The only lane that's really behind for GSM right now is that top lane with Levi's that Sir Dustball is able to just really extend his lead, and with King Ignopius.
Oh,
thank
never
you.
move, and the Dark Binding land out of Trodelor. GSM are just focusing him down. The piercing arrow comes across. Trodelor's got nowhere to go as the hail of arrows from over the wall. Naked Beekeeper gets his second kill of the game.
Yeah. King Ignopius and Sir Dustball are going to take Rift Herald, probably uncontested.
Yep.
Wait, did they get
they
it?
just got it. They just got it.
Nice.
So GSM now ready to defend against a Rift Herald push potentially. Dr. Giggles just throwing out the Steel Tempest.
Yeah, and if used with the Rift Herald, could get 1, could get 2, even a possible 3 towers, if used in the bot lane correctly or in the mid lane correctly, just depending on when it's used. But other than that, it's kind of just turning into everyone's coming mid and pushing.
Seems to be the case.
Love me some good old ARAM.
I wonder about this Rod of Ages for Sir Dustball's Cho'Gath. It's not something you normally see. Normally, you just see him go straight for the tank items. Meanwhile, Levi's going to Shadow Dash in onto Sir Dustball, doing a fair bit of damage, but gotta worry about those abilities coming out from Sir Dustball. The Vorpal Spikes do a lot, and there's the Rupture, starting to turn the tides in his favor. Levi's going to pull the sword to himself, give him the shield, but Hayabusa's now here. He's got no tower to return to, but OGR will not be able to continue the chase.
Yeah. Levi's, it looked extremely good for Levi's up until Sir Dustball was able to land that Rupture and just get tons of damage off on him. He did have the feast up as well, so if that fight lasted any bit longer, it would have probably ended up with Levi's death.
The thing is, Levi's is itemizing Sunfire Cape to deal with the other 3 members of Oklahoma Platinum Rush, which means that he doesn't have the MR for Sir Dustball right yet.
Yeah. Dr. Giggles, yep, just farming up, trying to get as much CS ahead of Seymour as possible, just trying to farm back into this game.
Never move from Seymour gonna connect, and that's actually a Dark Binding as well. They're not doing a whole lot thanks to that Unbreakable from Hayabusa.
Yeah. It does look like we are going to have a 5v3 mid lane right here.
Seymour just continuing to land those never moves as best he can in wave clear. They've got the Stand United from Levi should they need it, and it looks like Naked Beekeeper's on his way to help them push back Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Yeah. It does... Maybe.
Ooh, wow, Grand Skyfall invested to try and catch Levi's out of position. He's going to Shadow Dash and flash away. Silver Spade might be a little bit far forward here. Rupture going to catch Levi's, but here comes Waldo trying to turn it around. Stun comes down. Levi's taking a lot of damage. He gets the Spirit's Refuge, but the Feast will finish him off. Now Waldo's the focus as Dr. Giggles comes in. Waldo ignited, gets the Spear shot. Ignopius on a killing spree, never moving in the meanwhile. Catches Hayabusa as Seymour takes him down with a Demon Flare. Now Oklahoma Platinum Rush rushing down. Silver Spade got to run up the other side as the Hail of Arrows is going to come to push them back away. Dark Binding will keep Dr. Giggles from advancing. GSM will trade 2 for 1. Rift Herald dropped into the mid lane by Ignopius, and that'll be almost certainly that mid lane tower going down.
Yeah. Maybe even 2 towers. Seymour and Naked Beekeeper are able to come back, but with Yasuo Windwall, they'll definitely at least get this charge from the Rift Herald.
That wind wall just blocking up the never move. That's such a weird way that it works.
Yeah.
Rupture gonna land on a Seymour. Last breath was available, but they're not gonna commit it. But the never move did connect, and they will yank in Ignopius and shut him down in exchange for that tower.
Yeah. They did get 2 towers, able to swing from 1-1 tower lead to a 2-1, and they did win that last team fight, so I'd say it's okay if King Ignopius dies in this fight. However, with Baron up, they might try to just force it, but I doubt it.
GSM clearing out some vision. Do get a control word in there. Are they starting it?
Wait.
Oh my gosh,
Oh!
they are. Okay, this is going to go down pretty slowly, but Waldo now is in focus. A good taunt in from Levi's. Hayabusa blocking up so much damage, though, with the Unbreakable. Silence up. Dr. Giggles on the side, but Silver Spade takes down Hayabusa. Now Dustball is in the focus. A Soul Shackles from Silver Spade will stun up 2 members. The Rupture doesn't land. GSM pick up 2 members of Oklahoma Platinum Rush. The collateral damage will get a 3rd.
Oh my god. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, really nice fight from GSM. A great start from Levi's to get that 2-man taunt. Hayabusa did what he could to block it, but GSM kiting out very well. Silver Spade did an amazing job with that Soul Shackle stopwatch to catch out 3 members of Oklahoma Platinum Rush. More importantly, zone them away from the other members of GSM, focusing down Hayabusa.
Silver Spade's... Okay, for a second I thought Silver Spade was about to come back in there and possibly die to King Ignopius, but... Yeah, Silver Spade played that really well. King Ignopius being caught out meant that they did have that Baron priority, and from there it was just clockwork, getting them all into an area that they wanted to fight in. They had enough vision in that they knew that OGR didn't have vision in, and was able to, even though they did lose a lot of momentum in that last team fight, was able to get it back with that current team fight.
Unfortunately for them, they were not able, because of how low their health bars were not able to close out that tower in the mid lane. So this tower count still sits 3-1 in favor of Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Yeah. Also, but with that fight, Chodolor is still extremely behind, and with Naked Beekeeper being much stronger now, being 228 versus 153, having more CS, the bot lane is looking a lot stronger for GSM right now.
Mountain Drake is the focus. They got a lot of members there.
Yeah, and Mountain Drake just goes down so fast. GSM being able to securing their 3rd dragon.
Oh, now Dr. Giggles comes in onto Levi's, stealing away a few of those mini Krugs.
Yeah. Sir Dustball is extremely tanky, though. He is also going for that Thornmail. Chodolor trying to solo out Levi's, but
It's just
really...
testing his
Yeah.
damage. Hayabusa now hanging around in here. Winter's Bite not going to connect. Silver Spade looking for a Dark Binding potentially. Oklahoma Platinum Rush already on the outside as the Vision of Empire comes down. A Wind Wall will block up that Dark Binding, and that'll be the end of that.
It's just kind of playing around Vision, not much they can do right now. They definitely don't want to concede Baron whatsoever, which I don't blame them.
Yeah, you got to be so careful about trying to take Baron while a Cho'Gath is alive on the enemy team.
Cho'Gath Feast should do more damage than
Cho'Gath
Smite at
Feast
the moment,
always does more damage than Smite.
right? Oh, awesome. I thought level 1 Cho'Gath Feast
No,
didn't.
it always does a flat 1,000 damage to monsters, and the damage is different between monsters and champions. But hold on a second. Or I'm sorry, no, you're right, it does do different, but Hayabusa going in with the Glacial Fissure, Redemption coming down, there's a last breath coming down on the Naked Beekeeper, but he got the Chain of Corruption down, a taunt comes down, and they will peel off Sir Dustball, Shutdown goes over, Chodolor getting flashed on, the Demon Flare finishes off another, and he gets yoinked back in by the Never Move, collateral damage comes down, and GSM find a lot of kills, 3 for 0.
GSM probably gets 2 turrets, maybe even 3, and then just goes straight towards Baron.
And no, I think it was changed that Feast always does 1,000 damage to monsters, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it scales up with rank in that ability. I could be completely wrong. But I think at basically every stage of the game, Dustball will do more damage than Smite. Now they're going to taunt in onto Ignopius, who got caught by the Dark Binding. He'll flash away. Flash forward from Waldo, and the end of the line is the end of Ignopius.
Yeah, and with Pantheon down, they have, I mean, with Cho'Gath can still flash in and get that feast, but it doesn't...
He doesn't have flash.
Oh, he doesn't have flash? And he definitely has no way of getting into the backline, and with that Mountain Drake, I think they just kill Baron too fast that they can't do anything.
They will take it pretty quickly. GSM, between their double marksman composition, and a Mountain Drake. They do take it pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't think Sir Dustball will get there in time. It's going to be close.
Nope.
Yep, now.
Not even close. As GSM now, all 5 just, there's a wave here. Let's Baron it up. Let's take this outer tower. All of a sudden, they are now ahead in towers and 9,000 gold. Make it 10,000 gold in the
Ooh.
lead over Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
It's going to be extremely hard if it's going to be extremely hard for Oklahoma Platinum Rush to get in this. It's going to be basically one really good team fight, and well, more like 2 really good team fights to get back into this game completely. But just by the looks of it, their bot lane isn't doing too hot. That Lucian is extremely weak, and
Yeah.
he's mostly an early game champion.
Not to mention, their Yasuo is extremely weak.
Yeah.
He went Phantom Dancer, Starax to try and survive against
and he's
GSM.
still getting melted.
Which means he has no Infinity Edge, which means he doesn't have double crit chance, and also he's not converting his crits into partial true damage.
Yeah.
This Yasuo is doing very little damage compared to what you would normally expect.
He has, I think, 60%.
Oh, and a
crit
Dark
chance.
Binding finds Ignopius greeting for his Krugs.
Oh my god. Ignobius can't do anything with that. Oh my god. And with that, that's probably going to be another inhib tower. They just can't. OGR can't do anything about this.
And now GSM, trying to never move on a Trotalora, but the wind wall comes up as well as the Unbreakable. Dark Binding will push back Sir Dustball. Now Naked Beekeeper sidestepping away from that Steel Tempest. Waldo taking a tower shot. Seymour gets caught by the Winter's Bite, but there's the Glacial Fissure going in. Is he going to go for the last breath? He does get it onto Waldo, but does he do enough damage? It doesn't look like he does. Redemption taunts out GSM as Seymour goes godlike. Levi's in the meanwhile takes down Dr. Giggles on the other side, and a Never Move will catch Hayabusa.
Seymour is landing a lot of those never moves really well. And
Top Flash will mean the ace for GSM, and that'll be the game. Oklahoma Platinum Rush starting off 0-2 in playoffs.
And GSM now 2-0. Undefeated right now in the playoffs. They are the first seed or second seed?
OGR came in as the number 1 seed, GSM as the number 2 seed, but GSM starting off strong, 2-0. That is the first rotation. We are going to take a short break before we bring you one more game. It will be a rematch of game number 1 between GSM and OU. So we're going to take a short break before we get into it, and hope to see you after the break. Thanks for watching. Internet, hello and welcome back to OKLCS Summer Playoffs Platinum Edition. We're about to get into our fourth game, which I lied earlier. Because of the order change that happened at playoffs, we're going to see a rematch of the last game.
So round 2.
Yeah, so once again, it is going to be between Oklahoma Platinum Rush and GSM. So I hope you weren't bored of seeing those two teams because we're going to see them again. As a side note, Oklahoma Platinum Rush's score should read 0-2, not 0-1. Somebody forgot to change that. I don't know who it was.
It happens.
Uh,
We are seeing a Shin Zhao ban from GSM and a Morgana ban from
yeah, Silver Space
OGR.
Morgana was very effective.
Yeah.
Would not want to deal with that one again. Udyr going to be banned away by GSM, so they're pinching the jungle pool of Ignopius.
Are we gonna? So we are seeing a Heimerdinger ban. Heimerdinger being extremely strong.
Naked
bot
Beekeeper
laner.
has already demonstrated his
Yeah.
proficiency with the champion. Zoe going to be picked up by, or banned away by GSM, away from Dr. Giggles. Kind of a staple ban against them, but here we go. Finally, the Graves is taken away from GSM. Will force Waldo onto something different,
Echo.
but Echo might be locked in for GSM. This would be interesting if they were to go for this one.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
no,
the
they're gonna
Yasuo. They're taking it.
they
Oh
took
no.
the Yasuo away from
I love
Oklahoma
it.
Platinum
I
Rush.
love it.
Who is that going to, is the question.
It can go. It can go top lane. I wouldn't say it's good in top lane right now.
There's just so many bad matchups for the Yasuo top lane, but I'm curious to see where it goes. We'll have to figure it out, but Oklahoma Platinum Rush looks like they might lock in Darius as a potential counter if it goes top lane.
Yeah.
Regardless, it is a strong top lane pick. They'll lock it in. It'll go nicely for them.
And then a Trundle pick. Trundle, which got banned last game. We're seeing it now. Like we were saying, Pillar of Ice, extremely strong ability. Waldo, his Grace is no longer in play. What?
Yeah, neither is his Xin Zhao is banned away by GSM themselves. So what do they take now? They could go for... I mean, Nocturne is available, but I don't know if that's a champion he wants to go for. They'll lock in what looks to be an Orianna for Seymour, so that Yasuo is definitely not going to him.
So it's probably going to Naked Beekeeper. I wouldn't say that 100%.
We'll see. GSM, they still have to lock in something. I would definitely probably consider locking in a jungler for Waldo at this point.
Kayn.
Wow. They're really gonna go for the Kayn. So if he goes for the Rost upgrade, which could definitely happen, seeing as Oklahoma Platinum Rush, they've already locked in a melee top and jungle. Also, Dr. Giggles will get Swain, I think. Maybe it goes to Chortlore.
Yeah. It
But-
could go to Troller. We could see it mid again. We saw how prevalent it was in the mid lane last game. But yeah, Kayn, Ross Kayn gets the knockup. Just
the
looking
knockup.
at their team, Shadow Assassin Kayn just doesn't look very good as well.
Yeah, so what is the next two bans coming out?
Xayah.
Xayah will be denied to GSM, surprisingly enough, denied to Naked Beekeeper.
So they're thinking that Yasuo is going to go top lane. Ziggs banned.
Yeah, Ziggs. Okay, that's a Chortlore ban.
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
is definitely a Turtle Lord ban. Maybe they were going to play Ziggs bot lane.
They might have. Very easily they could have. They have played that a lot. And there we go. Shen
Yeah.
ban away from
Get-
Levi's.
He did kill it with that Shen with all those flashes last game.
I'm surprised. So the Xayah is like, you ban Xayah, that means you think the Yasuo is going top, right? But then you ban Shen, that it's like, oh, is the Yasuo going bot? So we pinch the top laner. I don't know. I guess it's just
It
like
could
a safety
be
thing. It's
banning
like, I
Shen
have no idea where
support.
it's going. They'll ban the Kennen away from Oklahoma Platinum Rush. So they... Alright.
Okay.
What does Oklahoma Platinum Rush lock in with their first rotation after the second round of bans?
We might be
Braum,
seeing a
probably.
support.
I think Braum would be the pick here. Because not only do you
Lucian. So that is going to be a Swain mid laner.
Yeah, I think Braum would have been good because not only do you deny it to GSM, but it's also just a very good general support. And you've already banned away GSM's answer, the Morgana.
Yeah.
I think that Braum would almost definitely have been the pick there. But Lucian is always good. Naked Beekeeper did play the Lucian before, but they'll lock in Malphite. So
Oh.
it is going to be Yasuo for Naked Beekeeper. So they've they've drafted the massive Wombo on the side of
Are
GSM.
we going to see a Braum pick as well? Deny it from Hayabusa?
I think that would be absolutely fantastic if they go for the Braum
You
here.
got a Braum, you got a Malphite, you got a Kane, you got an Orion. You got
got
everything
everything.
you want. You got everything you want.
But no, it's gonna be Nami for Silver Spade, surprisingly enough. Just drafting a little bit of disengage, but this is a team that everyone wants to go in. I'm not sure. I don't know if you need the Nami.
Yeah, I feel like Braum would have been, if not a better pick, a much.
Oh,
Ooh,
Zyra locked
Zyra.
in for Hayabusa. Lucian Zyra is a very aggressive bottom lane. Has a lot of burst to put down. Nami is going to be very dangerous for Silver Spade to be in this bottom lane.
But Yasuo does, with Nami's E, I believe it's called Seastone Trident?
No, that's Fizz W actually. Tidecaller's Blessing is the one.
Tidecaller's Blessing. I'm trying here. So Tidecaller's Blessing, Yasuo will be able to slow with his auto attacks, and they'll be a bit empowered.
Yes.
Maybe that's the reasoning here.
Yes, maybe. You do also have another knockup with the Tidal Wave if you wanted to use it for that.
Yeah, but then again, Braum again.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know.
I feel like Braum would have been the better pick here, but
I also think that Braum is just, in general, a very strong pick because you have the guaranteed stun coming out of concussive blows.
Yeah. And picking it into Lucian, the culling, you can stand behind me and then Unbreakable to block the culling.
Yeah, it is a very interesting decision by GSM to prioritize the Nami over the Braum. I also think it's very strange that Oklahoma Platinum Rush, they had two opportunities to pick Braum. Instead, they took Zyra at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Which I know that it's a champion that Hayabusa really likes, the Zyra. I think it is also very good in. I think it's also very high damage bottom lane that they've drafted as a part of that. Evermove gonna connect, but it's just they're level 1. Who cares?
Yeah. He gets a Soul Shackle. Is it Soul Shackle? Soul
Fragment.
Soul Fragment.
I think. But here we go. GSM, massive Wombo combo. Just give Levi's the ball, send him in, and then chain it in with Shockwave and Last Breath.
Yeah. We'll see how it works. I'm excited to see this Yasuo Nami though. But Dr. Giggle's already getting quite a bit of damage off, or he has 2 soul fragments. But other than that, not too much happening.
I want to watch GSM team fight with this in this game.
Yeah. If you had a prediction right here, right now, who do you think would win just off of team comp?
I would be very scared if I were to play against GSM's team composition.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's just, you have someone to deliver the Orianna orb, you have the Yasuo ult. It's extremely scary team fight, but if OGR doesn't like force a 5-man team fight, I think it will be fine, right?
For if OGR definitely don't want to force the 5v5, is essentially what we're getting at here. Hayabusa, if GSM are able to successfully force that 5v5, it's gonna be on Hayabusa. Lay down a good Stranglethorn if you can. If you're not somebody who gets instantly killed by the Wombo combo.
Yeah. Which, if they are able, if Hayabusa is able to root both Orianna and Yasuo, Nami has a consolation prize.
Ooh, Ignopi is going for the invade onto Waldo's jungle, but he's going to get bound by Levi's and Waldo. Vision of Empire going to come down. Ignopi is going to flash over the wall to safety.
We do have Darius coming out. But yeah, they're just going to disengage. He's going to walk Ignopius out.
Yeah, Ignopius, I think he stole the blue buff. Dr. Giggle's now landing another never move onto Seymour.
Maybe one. No, he didn't. Wait, maybe.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
But
wait, no, he didn't. No,
yes,
he didn't.
He did, because he had blue buff and his blue buff is still up.
Oh, okay.
Alright, now apprehend onto Levi's. The unfortunate thing for GSM is that in the laning phase, Darius absolutely loves to play against Malphite because there's nothing Malphite can do in this lane.
Hey, you
Levi's,
never know.
he has to be very careful that he doesn't, like, if he walks up like that, I think Dustball can flash onto him and kill him.
Yeah, I think Dustball is thinking about flashing onto him and killing him. So Dustball also has Ghost and Flash. So not only does he have Flash, so that he can flash onto him, Ghost to kind of just keep up with him. I've seen some Dariuses take Phase Rush, but
Alright, Aqua Prison gonna connect onto Trodelor, and they will just use the Ebb and Flow to return some harass.
we do have Waldo
Ooh, now
coming down
Naked
bot
Beekeeper
lane.
coming in. He wants to get that knockup. He does get it as Waldo does land down a lot of burst. He'll Summoner, heal, and flash away from the gank. So really nicely done by Naked Beekeeper and Silver Spade. Good gank setup.
Yeah, I don't think Trodelor needed to heal. I think Flash being invested was definitely worth it, but healing, maybe not.
Levi's is really going to have a rough time in this top lane. Already having his CS doubled by Sir Dustball.
Yeah, but Malphite not having an extremely strong laning presence against, especially Darius.
Yeah. This is like Darius' dream lane, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a champion that's very mana hungry, doesn't have very good trading patterns just because of the way the champion works. It's almost all team fight oriented.
But hey, level 6, the ganks are going to be great.
Yeah, maybe if Waldo isn't behind that he can actually burst Dustball down during the duration, because if Dustball is able to get his bleed stacks off, he could very easily 2v1.
Oh yeah. But that's why you have ult, right?
Good Stranglethorns come out.
But yeah, Naked Beekeeper doing extremely well in this lane, is CSing has about 10 CS over Trodelor.
Yeah, Aqua Prison gonna connect onto Hayabusa as he walks forward.
Naked Beekeeper saw the control ward.
He's trying to take it without getting in position for Hayabusa. He does still have Wind Wall if he needs it.
Yeah. Oh, no, he doesn't. He might have forgotten about it? I don't think he did, but
I don't think he needs to use Wind Wall just on an auto attack, especially since that one is gonna break your shield again anyways.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I'd definitely just save Wind Wall once you see, Zyra Z is...
Oh, here comes
Ooh.
Ignopius getting in onto his Naked Beekeeper. Aqua Prison flashed over by Hayabusa, but he's gonna land the Stranglethorns. The Wind Wall was down. First Blood goes over to Trodelor. Here comes Waldo trying to turn it around, but Ignopius is here. Maybe he's the focus. Waldo up a level over Ignopius at this time.
Kayn is a very fast jungler, is able to clear raptors within 2 Q sites, and at level 2 is, good Aqua Prison by Silver Spade, but
Yeah,
just to
catching
stop,
Trodelor out of his recall.
but Dr. Giggles is going to go,
Dr.
Never Move
Giggles
does
is-
not live. That looks
Dr.
like
Giggles
it would...
is way ahead in terms of CS.
Oh, yeah. OGR is definitely looking a lot stronger right now. With
Ooh, Silver Spade getting a slow off on a Hayabusa. Way overstayed by the support of Oklahoma Platinum Rush. No reason for you to be here when your ADC is recalled.
Yeah, maybe not the best call by Hayabusa.
I mean, yes, it was a good catch by Silver Spade, but what is Hayabusa even doing there?
I don't know.
Oh, Waldo smited it away. Now Seymour on the collapse. Pillar of Ice gonna come out. Shockwave gonna find both of them into an Aqua Prison onto Ignopius. He's got no flash from that level 1, and that'll be Naked Beekeeper picking up another one onto Oklahoma Platinum Rush. Now Levi's is in the mid lane. Dr. Giggles has no flash. The unstoppable force, and they're just gonna focus him down. 5 members of GSM in the mid lane.
Like we were saying, really strong team fight potential from GSM.
That
as
wasn't
we
a
just
team.
saw.
That wasn't team fight. That,
That
was
was-
just randomly catching out members of Oklahoma Platinum Rush where they shouldn't be.
But there's 5 of them. No, yeah. Extremely good shockwave from Seymour. Able to get 2 of them down, and then Levi's roamed down to the mid lane and was able to catch out Seymour. Dr. Giggles on his way out. And it is going to give Cloud Drake over to GSM, but Trodelor is going to try and contest it.
Yeah, they're
but,
waiting for Waldo to come back down here.
we do also have Hayabusa kind of on the opposite
GSM
side.
just call it off. Here comes Hayabusa.
Wait,
Aqua Prison not going to connect, but Hayabusa's way too far forward. Waldo's going to jump onto him. He's the electrocute, and there's the Umbral Trespass. Is he going to go down for this one? He's going to go out over the wall, looks for it, but he can't finish Hayabusa off. Shutdown goes over to Ignopius.
Oh, he misses the flash auto. That's so sad.
Yeah, just that corner of terrain keeping him away. The Cloud Drake now is the focus from Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Yeah, and they get this with little to no contested. It was a good Dragon Call. I feel like I feel like they just took too long to do anything with it because of what Trotalor and Hayabusa kind of just staying around. They got a bit wary,
And
but
meanwhile, Dustball has not left top lane, and he is going to pick up Tower First Blood for Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Dustball has a huge CS lead over
Holy,
Levi's.
72 to 26. Levi's is just, I can't do anything up here, guys. He comes to the mid lane, he's like, this is how I'm helpful. And he was helpful. But now, as a result of that, Dustball is 2 levels up over Levi's. Just picked up solo Tower First Blood Gold, and is going to be a massive threat to GSM.
I mean, Levi's sole job is to get an ult on the carries. So hopefully you want to hit Swain, Lucian, and Darius with your knockup.
Actually, I think you want to hit Lucian, Swain, and Zyra more than anything. You gotta take that Zyra off of the map, or else she's just gonna force the disengage with Stranglethorns. As well as the fact that she does a fair amount of damage herself, is very squishy, very easy to blow up anyways.
Yeah.
I think, ideally, if you can hit any 2 targets, Lucian and Zyra are the ones you want.
The Naked Beekeeper is doing extremely well in this lane, though. He is 1-1-1. He is keeping up with Trotalor in CS, though.
Yeah, and it's important you get your Yasuo the gold he needs to pick up those 2 items for Yasuo to come online.
Yeah.
Levi's, though, is in a really bad spot right now. Dustball doing a lot of damage onto him, gonna apprehend him back in.
That might be a
Yeah,
death.
he has to use the Unstoppable
yeah.
Force to run away. Like, actually has no choice but to do that.
Yeah.
Ignopius gonna come down in the bottom lane and turns around, get the control ward.
Yeah. GSM's entire team comp relies on Yasuo being huge.
Being strong, at least.
Yeah, at least strong.
The Orianna will do a lot, and if the Orianna's a happy Orianna, that'll be good. But you do really need that supplemental damage from Naked Beekeeper to clean up the fights onto some of these tankier targets. But here we go, Naked Beekeeper coming forward, looking for Hayabusa. There's the Stranglethorns, and the Umbral Trespass, not necessary! They just melt through Hayabusa's health bar.
Yeah. I definitely feel like if Ignopius camps the bot lane and is able to just get the Yasuo behind, you don't need to, if he gets 3 deaths and you let Trotalor get a bit ahead, I feel like this game is OGRs in the bag.
Well, I mean, with this team comp, if GSM can execute well, I think anything could happen.
True. You are not wrong there, just because Orianna also extremely big threat, especially when full build. Just Shockwave will do massive amounts of damage, and with Naked Beekeeper having any sort of damage on him, it will do great.
Yeah, Aqua Prison not going to connect onto Hayabusa. Silver Spade just chilling out, trying to catch someone out.
And
I think the Nami is actually doing quite well for GSM. Silver Spade has had a good time with it. Waldo clearing out a control ward. Nevermove gonna connect, actually. They pull him in. The Vision of Empire. Emerald Trespass going in. But now Waldo's gotta get out. He's ignited. I think he's down.
maybe?
Yeah. There he goes. Dustball even forcing Seymour's flash on the roam into the mid lane. He burned both flash and ghost trying to catch him.
Levi's teleported into the mid lane right now. Just kind of
trying to help Seymour hold.
But Seymour's doing just fine by himself.
But the Rift Herald might be the focus by Dustball and Ignopius into that top side. They don't want it. They just want the scuttle.
I mean, I feel like you could have taken Rift Herald basically for free there.
Alright, so Silver Spade with Naked Beekeeper. There's hanging around, looking for random knockups. Silver Spade just lands a random Aqua Prison onto Hayabusa. I think he dies.
Yeah, probably. Levi's just trying to farm with the Q,
He's
which is
such a
Seismic
hard time.
Toss, I believe is what the
Seismic Toss? That's a Pokemon. Seismic Shard.
Hey, I got the first word correct.
Alright, so Rift Herald does go over to the side of Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
It does look like Dr. Giggles is going to back off. At some point in time, I do need to learn all these ability names.
Dustball skulking around the enemy jungle, clearing out vision as he finds it, but he did.
Oh,
there he
he
goes.
found it.
No, not that control word.
No, now I have no vision there. Only my other ward that's in the bush. Seymour, the Dr. Giggle's backing off now. Has probably enough gold for his Roa. Yep.
There you go. Dustball doesn't quite have enough for his Trinity Force. Blade of the Rune King for Troidlor as well, so he's at a fairly strong point in his item build.
Yep. Naked Beekeeper has his Zeal, has his Berserker Greaves. Should be getting his Phantom Dancer fairly soon.
Yeah, both junglers around this bottom side. Naked Beekeeper looking for a knockup. Hayabusa dodging away from that Steel Tempest as Waldo trying to find a way in.
Yep.
Hayabusa is very far forward right now, but he does have the backup of Dustball and Ignopius coming down that river. Sitting in that brush, the ward's going to come down.
I think we should also mention this. Waldo opted for Shadow
Ignopius
Assassin.
is coming in. There's the Pillar of Ice on the Naked Beekeeper. Aqua Prison flashed over by Hayabusa. He'll flash for the Stranglethorns. Here comes Waldo, and it's a 4v3 in the bottom lane. GSM having to burn both flashes to avoid that gank.
Waldo also opted for Shadow Assassin versus.
That is surprising to me, but Dr. Giggles looking for Seymour here. Did land that first never move, but Ignopius and the rest of Oklahoma Platinum are starting up the Infernal Drake. A control ward in the back of the pit. Waldo looking for a potential steal. The Tidal Wave going to come in. Waldo steals it! And it's going to be an Infernal Dragon for GSM as he flashes to safety. Nice,
very
nicely
good steal
done.
by Waldo. Yeah. OGR's team is by no means not tanky. They have a Swain who's kind of like does a lot of damage, but is one of a tankier mid laners. Darius, who is a really nice bruiser.
Oh yeah,
and
Rift Herald gonna be
Trundle.
dropped into the mid lane as Ignopius gonna pop up Seymour with a Pillar of Ice. Levi's is here in the mid lane trying to help him out, but that Rift Herald is gonna do a lot of damage and possibly take this tower. Waldo coming in, get the slow onto Ignopius, doing a lot of damage to the Umbral Trespass and the Unstoppable Force. There's a Shockwave gonna be flashed over by Dr. Giggles. GSM pick up a flash, and save the tower.
Good job. Yeah. I'm okay. Really good play by GSM. They are able to stop their second tower from going down in the mid lane. They are still a bit behind on gold, about 1.5k.
Yeah, that's mostly that tower first blood and the massive discrepancy between Dustball and Levi's. Now Troidlor possibly going to try and get jumped on by Naked Beekeeper. He's popped the Blade of the Rune King active, trying to run for his life. Looks like he flashed away from that Steel Tempest.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, if he didn't, he would have probably died anyways, so.
Yeah, I think so. The culling gonna come out. Wind walled it up. Troidlor just gonna be able to clear out this wave. Not gonna let GSM get anywhere near it. Naked Beekeeper just fishing around, but OGR's ADC out of mana.
Yeah. Not much he can really do. Seymour also pretty low on mana, so probably has to back off.
Beekeeper does get a knockup, but he's not going to commit the Steel Tempest, knowing the Hayabusa standing right there with Exhaust at the ready. Dr. Giggles taking the time to shove in and get a recall off.
He does clear Raptors extremely fast now, though.
Yeah. Warrior, plus he's got a Serrated Dirk in his inventory.
Yeah.
Hayabusa going for that control ward in the back there. As he's going for a gank in the mid lane, Dr. Giggles, he burned his flash earlier, but they're not going to force it out of him as Seymour will take a little bit of damage from the Vision of Empire. But Dustball's ghosting in! Flash away from Seymour as the Apprehend comes out. Shockwave going to miss. They backed away at the perfect time.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing they can really do right now. Waldo does have ult up right now. Umbral Trespass is ready to be used if they want to go in. Hayabusa maybe can throw out the Stronghold? No.
Levi's is coming into this mid lane. Seymour's like, this is my CS, thank you very much. Levi's is just desperately trying to get something.
He's still... yeah.
Oh, Hayabusa, gotta be careful about where you walk.
At this rate, he'll probably break 100 before 20.
Yeah, he has an Iceborne Gauntlet, and he's got enough CDR that his ultimate is relatively usable.
Yeah, I assume he has Ultimate Hunter, but you not 100% sure.
Nopius taking away his own blue buff. Not gonna give it over to Dr. Giggles this time around.
Yeah. I mean, Dr. Giggles does have a lot of CS and has a kill.
Yeah, he has no CDR in his build as well, which means I don't know, maybe Dr. Giggles might be better served with that one, but He'll take it. He feels that he needs the EXP and the gold from it.
I don't blame him. But it does look like King Ignopius is going to try and get a gank, or at least clear out vision.
Yeah, clearing out a lot of vision. The Aqua Prison going to connect from Silver Spade. The Grasping Roots will land, and the Pillar of Ice and the Apprehended Silver Spade. A little bit too greedy on the pathing from the support of GSM.
Not much Silver Spade getting caught out like that. Not much he can do once he got CC'd.
Yeah, then the Pillar of Ice comes in. They just all dogpile all over.
Oh yeah.
Dust. Everyone flashed for that. Dustball flashed for, or I say everyone. Dustball flashed to get the apprehend off.
Hey, sometimes
Oh,
you gotta
Levi's
flash
is
for a
here
kill.
looking for the unstoppable force into last breath. Ignopius does have subjugate if he needs it. But it is a 3v4 here. Hayabusa is a little far forward, pops the Stranglethorn. There's the knockup, but it's only onto one. As Hayabusa got the stopwatch up, and GSM are losing this fight. Umbral Trespass goes down onto Hayabusa. Naked Beekeeper going very low. Waldo can't finish off Hotrodlor, and he'll be taken down. It's a 2-for-0 in favor of Oklahoma Platinum Rush, and Hayabusa walks away with a bleeding red health bar.
Oh my god. Hayabusa walked back into Kane's. I don't know what his W is called. I'm not going to even try to remember. But walked straight back into that, which does a lot of damage because of the extended reach with the Shadow Assassin.
Really good stopwatch to his credit.
Oh yeah. Was able to stopwatch Levi's engage, stopping Naked Beekeeper from getting a 2-man ultimate.
So now GSM down 2 towers to 0. Oklahoma Platinum Rush with about 3,500 gold in the lead. Dr. Giggle's about to pick up this tower, but he will just lay down some parting damage onto Seymour. Seymour doing his best to clear the waves.
Yeah.
That tower is not long for this world. And Dustball is just like, hey, I'm here. I'm clearing out your ward. What are you going to do about it?
I feel like Dustball could just go top lane and farm up for like 10 minutes and just become an unstoppable force, but I feel like he's a bit more of a help right now around his team.
Naked Beekeeper just pushing in on that bottom lane as best he can.
Nethergrass not going to land. Hayabusa in the bush. I don't think they have vision on him. They might.
Seymour coming, or looking for it. Ignopius is just going to walk down the mid lane as he goes towards that Infernal, but Waldo coming in for Trodler, he's going to jump away, flashing to escape.
Unfortunate for Waldo. Doesn't really commit a lot to it, though. I feel like they could dive him, though. They have enough damage.
Oklahoma Platinum Rush on the Infernal tree.
GSM, not GSM, OGR also taking Infernal Dragon.
Wow,
right
Tidal Wave is going to be invested. It doesn't really land on anyone on the side of Oklahoma Platinum Rush, nor was anyone on GSM ready
but
to follow
hey,
it
it
up.
gets them off of it.
It does. That is, you're right. I'm surprised that
It
they
did
will.
its job.
But Silver
Oh,
Spade, he's gonna
no.
get caught. He's flashing away from the Stranglethorn. All right. Whoa!
What?
Hayabusa gets blown to bits by Waldo. Umbral Trespass to try and dodge. He's gonna see if he can get out with a Shadow Step, but Dr. Gill shotguns him down. Levi's has the unstoppable force. Seymour Shockwave into it. There's the 3-man last breath, but they don't do enough damage. Ignopius with the subjugate is too tanky. He's gonna survive with that King's Tribute. Now Oklahoma Platinum Rush apprehended Naked Beekeeper, and he's gonna go down as well. 4-for-1 in favor of Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
OGR now having a 5k gold lead on GSM right now, and is able to secure this Infernal Dragon, making them do even more damage. It's going to be extremely hard for GSM to come back into this, if at all.
I can't tell if Seymour Shockwave landed or if he died during the animation of it.
It doesn't look like it landed because its cooldown is still up.
Oh, that is very unfortunate. He would have hit multiple people, but goes down a split second before he can get it off. That fight might have been very different.
Yes, for sure. If it had landed. So we did see their Wombo combo for the first time this game. It looked extremely promising. If they can get the full thing off, though, with Seymour Shockwave, then it might actually be enough to get them back.
But as
from
it
the
was,
6k gold.
As
gold
it was,
deficit.
Ignopius got the subjugate off, and he was able to survive through the damage that GSM were doing, just due to those extra tank stats.
Yeah. Yasuo also doesn't have his Infinity Edge yet, so he doesn't have a 100% crit chance
There's
yet.
the blue smite. Trodler sidesteps away from that one. Waldo just doing a good chunk of damage to the grasping roots come out. Aqua Prison gonna connect. Silver Spade just gonna get yoinked into the Vision of Empire.
Yeah. But Naked Beekeeper opted to go for Executioner's Calling, which is a good item against their team.
Yeah, between Trundle and Darius, that healing reduction goes a long way.
And Swain.
And Swain, you're right.
But like, it's a really good item, but he needs to get that Infinity Edge because he'll be able to do some true damage with his every attack and have that 100% crit.
Levi's clearing out some vision on this top side. Trying to reclaim something in favor of GSM, but Hayabusa gonna trigger the Baron.
Did Baron get triggered?
Yeah, the plans for at the very least the plans for hitting it. Ignopius coming into the mid lane. Dustball might be the focus. Exhaust is going down onto him. He flashes over the Steel Tempest. He's gonna go in onto Waldo as the Emerald Trespass in the tidal wave. He's gonna apprehend 2 members of GSM. The Redemption gonna come down. Dustball is getting focused as the Steel Tempest will come through. A shutdown goes to Waldo. It only took 3, but that means that Oklahoma Platinum Rush. They're rushing the Baron with seeing 3 members bot, including the jungler. Ignopius is on it. Chortlore and Dr. Giggles. They turn for the fight. Pillar of Ice gonna come out. Levi's not gonna get rooted up. He's gonna use the Unstoppable Force to get away as the Subjugate comes down from Ignopius.
Yeah, but gets rid of the... Makes them have to stop doing Baron right now.
Yeah, but that was the flash out of Seymour as well as the ult out of Levi's, which means GSM cannot force the fights that they really want in their team comp.
But Waldo, being a champion that's meant to go in and assassinate a champion extremely fast, is doing very little damage to Darius, which is to be expected, Darius being a bruiser. I still don't think Shadow Assassin Kayn was the right way to go in this game, just because of how well Rost is just good at fighting bruisers.
The problem about Kayn is it's just like based on who you're fighting.
Yeah.
You can't and whenever you get the upgrade, no matter which one it is, you kind of have to go for it. By virtue of your champion is so much weaker without an upgrade, even if it's not the optimal one.
I mean,
Additionally, I think the only real way that he could have maybe changed that is spend a lot more time topside, but top lane was kind of a lost cause for them.
yeah, at that point.
It's not really something he could do because it's very likely that the Dustball just kills an unevolved Kayn and a Malphite that's this denied. So ultimately, I don't think there was much choice for Waldo to go for the Shadow Assassin Kayn.
Okay. Okay. And then Dr. Giggle is getting a lot of CS right now. Has the most CS in the game right now at 213. Has his full Zhonya's completed and has the 10 stacks on the row. So he is definitely a threat at the moment.
Oh yeah. 3 towers to 0 is the lead for Oklahoma Platinum Rush. They are now 5,500 gold in the lead.
Yeah.
Chortlore and Ignopius just coming forward. They're really trying to set up for this Baron, trying to force GSM to come to them. The thing is though, you still have to worry about that Wamba winning the fight for GSM. And maybe they can try and catch someone out, but Silver Spade might be the one caught out as Ignopius throws in the Pillar of Ice. Now Dustball, they gotta focus him down appropriately. Here comes all 5. The Aqua Prison gonna land. The Sterex Gauge not gonna save Dustball, and they will successfully focus him down. Now it's a 5v4 on the map, and GSM did not burn anything important.
Yeah. Question, does Aqua Prison count as a knockup?
Yes,
Okay.
you can last breath off of it. Obviously, you don't need to. Here's Levi's. Strangled or Grasping Root's going to come out. Look for Levi's. He's trying to find a good ultimate, but good Oklahoma Platinum Rush splitting so that he can only ever get 1. Hayabusa, though, is very far forward, and he might be a juicy target. Flash Unstoppable Force, but the last breath gonna come in. Hayabusa's instantly popped the wind wall, negating Chortlore's damage, and Dr. Giggles is focused down. Shutdown goes over. Naked Beekeeper now has to flash away. Ignopius going in onto him. Will they be able to do it? The Redemption saves Naked Beekeeper. Flash Aqua Prison forces the flash out of Chortlore, and that's what we were waiting for.
Yeah. Extremely good flash by Levi's. He saw the 2 of them on top of each other, and he's like, I'm not going to get a better chance than this to go in.
Really good from Levi's. That was the best call he could have made, and he makes it, and they all dogpile onto him. Exactly what we said. Hayabusa needs to get blown up by their Wamba before he lands. And that's exactly what it was. Now Baron is going to go over to GSM.
Seymour also completely whiffed the ult. It did get Zhonya's, and I believe that King Ignopius just died before it went off. So we still haven't seen the Orianna ult in the entire mix with the comp.
Yeah, so considering that they won that fight handily without it, imagine what happens if Seymour lands it this time.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be devastating.
Yeah, he's got Luden's, and he's got Marola Namakan, and he's got Sork Boots. So double pen plus Luden's Echo on this Orianna. By no means is he behind, and in fact he has a big spike in items right now.
Yeah.
I say by no means he's actually kind of a little bit behind Dr. Giggles, just considering this little bit of a CS discrepancy and 3 kills.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong number of items. But, you know, it is still a big spike in items. He's applying grievous wounds. He's got a lot of magic pen. He'll do all right.
Yeah. I think no matter what,
Now GSM are about to fight for the Infernal Drake. Go ahead.
we already have all their ults back up, so they can just do their combo again.
Yeah, do it again, but they don't have Levi's flash, is importantly. Hayabusa throws out the Strangle Thorns as well. Silver Spade gonna get yoinked in. There's the knockup, and Silver Spade is apprehended over the wall. Tidal Wave comes across, but it's not gonna save him. Now they're fighting a 5v4. Pillar of Ice gonna come out. Ignopi's gonna zone them back away.
And I think that...
Oh,
Ooh!
Waldo looking for Hayabusa will force the flash out and then blast going over. Here's the Unstoppable Force onto 2 and the Shockwave. Dr. Giggles, Zanya's hit up, and Ignopi is still alive with a Subjugate. The Redemption gonna top him off. Seymour getting chased away by Dustball. Waldo goes unstoppable in the back line as he takes down 2. A triple kill for him. 3. Dustball now fighting Levi's. He's gonna get the Noxian Guillotine to take him down, but Waldo is gonna go down. It's the double ace.
Oh my god! Sir Dustball just completely cleaning... Quadra to Quadra!
Quadra for Quadra, and we're gonna have a few seconds of nobody on either
Oh
side.
my god. Extremely good. Sir Dustball did so much damage. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Trinity Force on this Darius. He's not cutting through armor, but only one that has it is Levi's, and he was the last one that he had to worry about in that fight outside of Waldo coming in from the backside. Waldo got into the back and was doing massive amounts of damage, ripped through 3 members of OGR almost by himself. Unfortunately, Naked Beekeeper was didn't do quite enough damage to get Sir Dustball down. They could not get through him in time. The fact that Silver Spade wasn't in that fight also makes a big
Yeah.
difference.
I don't think if it was that Naked Beekeeper didn't do enough damage. I think it was that Sir Dustball did too much damage.
Maybe. But now OGR, they've got more people in the Infernal Drake area. Got there faster. Looks like they're going to be able to pick it up first.
Although
Waldo
we
is here.
do have Waldo there.
He's got a level advantage as well, so his smite does a little bit more, but a lot of members of OGR here, and Dustball just going to come around. Tidal Wave going to be invested. The Tidal Wave comes in. It's smited away by OGR on the side of... Ignopius on the side of OGR, and they will not look for the fight. Levi's cancel his teleport.
Waldo did try to smite it. He did smite it, but
A little too early.
yeah. Not much he could do though.
A nice try, but unfortunately the failure there means that OGR does have double Infernal on their side.
Although the gold lead is all
Good Aqua
but
Prison.
gone at this point.
Yeah, only 1,000 gold compared to the 5.5 that it was just a few minutes ago. But 3 members of OGR pushing in the mid lane. Seymour's gonna need some help, or else they might just go for the dive.
No huge like besides towers, but GSM still hasn't got it in any of the outer towers yet. Bot lane and mid lane are about to go down, but top lane's still looking extremely healthy. And Levi's has basically farmed back up into this game along with all those great ult and plays that he's made mostly this game.
When are these objectives coming up? Baron not for a little while. GSM.
Either Dragon. Dragon just got
Yeah,
taken
Dragon
down.
was just taken in the
So
last.
next Dragon should be Elder Dragon.
Yes, it should. Oh boy, that'll be very scary. Honestly, for either team to have, but especially Oklahoma Platinum Rush.
Yeah, 3 dragons, 2 infernal drakes, especially. But right now it's kind of just a ward game waiting for objectives to come up, so nothing really too big is happening right now.
I'm surprised that Schroedler didn't opt for the Essence Reaver, instead going for Rapid Fire Cannon as his third item, trying to find a little bit more safety in these fights with those auto attacks. Which I can understand. Nobody on GSM is someone you really want to be close to as Lucian.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Lucian having probably one of the shortest ranges for marksman. Only beaten out by like Kaisa, I think.
Oh man, there's some short range ADCs, but Oklahoma Platinum Rush grouped in this bot lane, but be careful if they find out where you are.
Oh yeah, it's very dangerous being grouped in that one bush.
Yeah, OGSM like pretend we don't have vision there, and then they just unstoppable force over the wall from outside vision.
It would be so unfortunate. A five-man ult from Levi's is probably just a lost game at that point.
A lost team fight
Well,
at the very
yeah.
least. GSM hanging around here. They just lost. Dustball is going top lane, and he has no teleport. So GSM possibly look for a fight, but they don't have Seymour. Seymour head back to that mid lane.
Yeah, well, someone's eventually going to have to
Oh,
deal
Waldo
with
just
him.
popped the Yuma's Ghost Blade looking for Hayabusa. He's a very squishy... Oh my goodness! He's gonna get his Guardian Angel popped by Trodelor as he's rooted up by the Grasping Root.
I think
but does he
Trodelor
go
has
in?
to
He
run.
does a lot of damage. The Umbral Chest is gonna come out. Trodelor flashes back towards the tower, but Waldo does find it! A 2v1! Waldo takes him down. Trodelor, no respect for how much damage that Shadow Assassin does. Flash Unstoppable Force into the last breath. Tidal Wave. Shockwave gonna get one. It only catches Dr. Giggles thanks to the flash from Ignopius, but GSM are picking up a win here. But look at the top lane, look at top. Dustball is just hammering away at that top lane. He's gonna get the inhibitor tower if GSM don't send anyone back. Ignopius gonna pop the subjugate. Aqua Prison gonna land onto him. Naked Beekeeper needs to back away because he cannot just stand there and take Ignopius' damage.
So Sir Dustball did get that inhib tower. Inhib is
Ooh,
safe
Aqua
for
Prison
the
gonna
time
connect onto
being,
Ignopius,
but
and he's got no subjugate left. Naked Beekeeper could rip through him pretty quickly, but they will not, because here comes Sir Dustbell trying to cut him off down the lane. He's gonna find one, exhaust onto him, but Naked Beekeeper, there's no escape. The Pillar of Ice gonna come out. Aqua Prison has the apprehends in too, but Waldo gets in there. He's on a rampage, but Dustball is gonna get the resets. Silver Spade is in trouble, but Waldo gets exhausted. Hayabusa pops the stopwatch as he will get taken down by the Decimator. Triple kill for Sir Dustball.
yeah, Sir Dustball is an extremely big problem right now. If he's just allowed to mess around with the backline for a bit, he becomes basically unstoppable, being able to do so much damage so fast to them. It's very, like, they have to be sure that Dustball doesn't get to the backline. He's level 17 right now. Compared.
Holy. Oklahoma Platinum Rush with Zyra will take this Baron fairly quickly. They're going to start it up. All the Seymour and Levi's are available, but that means that Unstoppable Force Shockwave is available. Oklahoma Platinum Rush are going to have to play around this one carefully if they want to keep doing it.
Sir Dustball is low.
Yeah, he's going to go in. A Shockwave. No, he didn't use it. Seymour going to land a Shockwave onto Dustball and shut him down. Hayabusa will fall as well, but Dr. Giggles and Trodelor will rip through them.
I think at that point that's what you had to do.
What
I
happened
don't think they can take it. They're not tanky enough.
What happened to Seymour's Shockwave, though?
I think he ran out of range.
That is quite unfortunate. I think he got, like, for sure he got zoned away by Dr. Giggles.
Yeah. But I think Dr. Giggles just got him out of range.
Yeah, it must be.
It would have been such a good play. Although they were able to, it was a 2-for-2 trade and they were able to stop the Baron. So probably the best case scenario for GSM at the moment.
Yep. Alright. Waldo is level 18 to his credit.
Yeah.
15 and 6 has 2 lethality items, a Guardian Angel, and a Executioner's Calling.
Yeah. He's Oh, wait,
Oh,
King
Ignopius
Ignopus?
gonna be spotted out.
Ignopius, yeah. We do have Elder Dragon coming
Sorry,
up. In
Mortal Reminder.
Mortal Reminder, yeah.
Executioner's Calling upgrade into the last Whisper item.
Elder Dragon is now live. Baron is now live.
Oh, man.
This is going to get good.
Let's see where their priorities lie. Naked Beekeeper gonna be found here. Gonna throw up the wind wall, but now he might be in trouble. Ignopius pops the subjugate onto him. He's caught by the grasping roots and taken down by Shockwave onto 3. But there's no follow-up as the last breath user just died. Now look, Dustball gonna chase down Seymour. He's slowed up by the Twin Shadows. Apprehended in, and he's gonna get ripped to shreds. Noxian Guillotine comes down and doesn't get the reset. Ignopius focused down as Waldo's doing a lot of damage. Hayabusa very low. He does get taken down. A double kill for Waldo in the back line. But Sir Dustball is just ripping through them. Dr. Giggles now gets to hit the stopwatch off. Waldo gonna get taken down. Trodelor very low, but he does survive it all. 4 for 2 in favor of OGR.
Yeah, OGR was definitely able to make a really good play. The one person you don't want caught out on GSM got caught out. That Naked Beekeeper has to be in every team fight, because if he's not there, they're losing out on a ton of
The
damage.
other person who wasn't in that team fight was Levi's. He didn't get in there. He wasn't there with the team when Naked Beekeeper got caught, and that's going to mean Elder Drake on 3 members of OGR.
Yeah. Elder Drake and possibly Baron as well.
Yeah, they're just running straight to it, and they'll do it pretty quickly.
Ooh, that's definitely going to be extremely devastating, and GSM's
Well, they won't go for it.
They're
They're recalling.
why did they run over here?
I don't know. I
They
mean,
probably just got called. They probably had a better idea. Reset, wait for everyone to come up, have another team fight.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, GSM was coming back up,
Yeah,
and
play it
between the
safe.
3 of them, they didn't have a smite. They didn't have a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I guess. Whatever. Play it safe. Sure. On the other hand, though, as a result of that, kind of half-hearted call. They did just waste a lot of that Elder buff.
Yeah. Elder buff
Oh, but
lasts
Silver
like
Spade needs to be very careful as Ignopius is coming in. Dust Ball as well. Seymour is a little bit far forward as GSM are going to try and pick this one up. Waldo going to be found by the Pillar of Ice. The Grasping Roots will not land.
yeah. It does look like OGR does have full vision on Baron and has full priority on it.
It's very dangerous to look for a fight against a 3-Dragon Elder, though. Oklahoma Platinum Rush ready to take the fight whenever they want to.
Yeah. By this time though, Elders should at least be a third to a halfway done, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely at least halfway right now, right?
Yeah.
Seymour coming in, he does see they're not on Baron because they're rushing it down the mid lane. They have the inside track. Oklahoma Platinum Rush are rushing it down as GSM are desperately trying to get there, but they're not going to be there in time to defend this
But they're
tower.
all on top of each other. Where's
Really nice,
Levi's?
really nice positional play, but here Naked Beekeeper getting yoinked in. The ball is in position, but Levi's needs to find an unstoppable force. Naked Beekeeper going very low. He caught by the Grasping Roots of Stranglethorns. Naked Beekeeper's down again. Now it is the unstoppable force not even used as Dustball finds the killing spree. Shockwave finds 3, but there's no follow-up as they go down. Waldo gets into the back line, but does he do enough? A double kill for Dr. Giggles as he takes down Seymour. The Guardian Angel will go down. Waldo can't finish off anybody, and he's going to be aced for Oklahoma Platinum
5
Rush.
for that should be game.
Almost certainly will be the game. They didn't need the Baron. All they needed was a good fight. GSM just too many of their combo pieces caught out of position. Oklahoma Platinum Rush trying to focus it down, and I think with 5 members, they don't even need minions.
Yeah. OGR taking their first win in the playoffs. GSM taking their first loss. So OGR is now 1-2, while GSM is 2-1.
Yep. That will be the game. Oklahoma Platinum Rush taking it. So really nice game. Honestly, on both sides, it was pretty back and forth for a while there. I was really a big fan of seeing GSM's team fights, but Oklahoma Platinum Rush catching out the appropriate members out of position and
For sure.
just taking it over. So in any case, that is going to be it for part 1 of the OKLCS Summer Platinum Playoffs. Please tune in tomorrow for part 2. There'll be the remaining 5 games of the playoffs tomorrow, starting about the same time. We'll let you know on Facebook. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm AlexHNA22, and Noah, Siren, Hasoon. We're signing off. Have a good night, and hope to see you tomorrow.